A lot to react to. We want to hear from you on the RamosLaw.com text line and throughout the day on the Denver Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe and get involved there. I guess we do have Brandon Stokley. He has work things.
Mike, what is happening?
How you doing, man?
Oh, man, I've been better, but you know what? We got it all set up, so all is good. I'm doing great, man. I was listening to you bash me for the first, 3 minutes of the show.
Yeah, we're already getting reports from Castle Rock saying the roads are fine.
Oh, at but up at Mount Crumpet, it's a lot different.
Is it?
Yeah, real wet, heavy, thick, icy snow we got up on the mountaintop. So just couldn't make it in today, buddy. Down in the basement feels good. I haven't been in the basement all year long. It feels good to be down here again doing the show from here. So I'm fired up. I was fired up about the game last night. What a game it was. Great job, Avs. Fired up to be back on the show. Had a terrible day yesterday trying to get back, but all is good. Made it back from a great golf trip, and looking forward to doing the show from the basement.
Boy,
Are you all right with me doing the show from the basement?
I guess I am. And I know that it was something that your winter, your Colorado winter / spring would not have been complete if you didn't get a chance to do at least one show from the basement. And it was looking like you were going to go over. But now you get it. Now you scratch that itch.
Everybody gets one.
We needed to do one. When I flew in yesterday, and when I got in town, I came home, and our boss sent me a text saying she had the unit, the brick unit is what it's called, for me to, if I wanted to use it, because she thought I was going to need to be staying at home and do the show from home. So I left and I went to work. I saw Zach By and Marilat and Will Peterson and the whole crew. And so I picked up the brick unit, and I wasn't going to do that just to all of a sudden go into work today.
No, for all that effort, you got to pay it off with a episode in the basement. Is Cody hanging out with you? Is Cody your co-host this morning?
I might bring Cody down here for a segment.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe I will.
Yes.
Maybe I will. Let's let Cody wake up. Cody needs to sleep in and make sure Cody gets his sleep, and then I'll venture up there maybe in the 7 o'clock hour and bring Cody down for one segment.
Well, we do have a lot to talk about with you and get caught up with some things that happened while you were away. But yeah, the Avs looked really, really strong last night and in all parts of the game. And I know they say, that the series doesn't start until a home team loses. I'll throw out all those cliches, but boy, the Avalanche really shut down the Wild yesterday. Even when it was a 3-1 game, it just felt like it was a bigger lead than that. The Avs just seemed to have that much control of the game. You could see the frustration building for Minnesota. They clearly have issues in goal. That move to the other goaltender. See, folks, this is why a lot of us aren't fans of tandem goalies in the playoffs, because right now Minnesota definitely looks like a team that has, if you have two goalies, Stoke, you have none.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. I loved when I heard the news that they were going to be making a move at goalie after one game. So, and you're right. I mean, what a great performance by the Avs last night. I thought Wedgwood was unbelievable after giving up the first goal, which we can't even put on him. I mean, how do you get up 1-0 and then you just give them a freebie? So after that, I mean, he was flat out dominant until they got that late one. So I thought he was great, and everyone else. McKinnon, unbelievable, some unbelievable passes there. So your guy got on the board, Gabe,
another big game.
Awesome performance. But you're right, Mike. I mean, it's not time to start the party now, right? I mean, you're just 2-0, and you got to win two more. And you got to go on the road and try to get one of these things, or you'll look up, and guess what? You'll be coming back, and it'll be 2-2. So great job holding home ice, but now you got to go get one in Minnesota.
Yep, absolutely, and we're going to have to wait a while for that because 3 days off for this series. They don't play again until Saturday. Minnesota definitely needs that. And on the RamosLaw.com text line, this one, good thing Stokes showed up because I know Julian Edelman would have been there from the beginning. So
He got that it that Jules had.
We are off and
That's
rolling.
good. That's good.
Up
I deserve
next,
it.
Stoke gets his first chance to react to the Nuggets' loss to the T-Wolves. David Adelman keeping his job, and what could be an end-of-the-era offseason. That's next.
The Avalanche, the Wild. Round 2. This is where the real battle begins. Score! Every game gets bigger. Every hit gets harder. Every moment matters more. Our guys are in the locker room. Our shows are locked in on every matchup, every adjustment, and every shift in momentum. On your morning commute, on your lunch break, on your drive home. Our shows have you covered from puck drop to final buzzer and everything in between. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver's playoff headquarters.
Your air duct cleaning experts, Ductworks.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at DenverSports. Spring cleaning isn't just about what you can see, it's about what's hiding behind the scenes. Your ducts collect dust, allergens, debris all winter long. It's one of those places you just don't think about. DuctWorks is Colorado's top-rated air duct cleaning company, trusted by thousands of 5-star reviews. They're recommended by more contractors than anyone else. Their complete ventilation cleaning package scrapes and vacuums every inch of your system, removing all the dirt debris that other companies leave behind. Less strain, better airflow, lower energy costs. They'll show you before and after photos so you can actually see the difference. And they clean every line. Nothing gets missed. Before your AC runs all season, make sure the air you're breathing is actually clean. Give them a call at 303-425-0985. That's 303-425-0985. Or visit them at ductworks.com.
303-425-0985.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks so you can make smarter decisions faster. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
At some point, you stop calling it pain and start calling it just how I am now. And that's not okay. And deep down, you know it. I'd love to lead you back to the normal you, the one who is active and carefree. So let's get started now with an introduction to the medical team at QC Kinetics and their long-lasting regenerative treatments for joint pain. They're helping patients with pain from arthritis or injury in their knees, shoulder, hips, and lower back. And now they're moving, sleeping, golfing, running without surgery or long recoveries. The science is real. The treatments are natural. Your body already knows how to heal. QC Kinetics finally gives it the right tools. No operating room, no hardware, no watching summer come and go from a recliner. And now's the time, because the longer inflammation sits, the more damage it does. So this isn't a I'll get around to it situation. Right now is the right time, and the first step doesn't cost you a thing. QC Kinetics, better starts here. Schedule your free consultation by calling 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986 with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It is QC Kinetics.
Hello?
Hey sis, got a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
Take a look at the picture I just sent you. I'm walking into Hellsburg and want to get Mom something special for Mother's Day.
Yeah, she's done so much for us this year. Let's see. Diamond pendant. Oh, she'd love this.
Great. I'll get this, which means you're in charge of flowers.
Okay, deal.
This Mother's Day, save up to 50% on timeless gifts for Mom. Shop at a store near you or at Hellsburg.com.
Cecil Lammy here from my friends at Champ Honda. I've got to tell you about Champ Honda. If you're looking for an SUV that can handle Colorado, check out the Honda Passport. It's rugged, capable, and perfect for everything from your daily drive to weekend getaways. And right now, Champ Honda has the largest inventory since COVID, so you've got more options than ever, and I love this. Champ Honda does things differently. Their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy means a fair price up front and way less time at the dealership. They never charge dealer handling fees.
I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. A lot of new firms aren't even from Colorado, but we are. For 47 years, we've known Colorado law, we fought for our neighbors, and we won for our community. If you've been injured, call 303 Good Law.
Hi, I'm Roxy Vendina, owner of Permagreen. Along with our superior line of garden product, we also package decorative bark, shredded red cedar, and the new premium Gorilla Hair. This year, choose Permagreen decorative bark products.
Now available at Home Depot, Lowe's, and wherever better garden products are sold.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Ready to be a driving force for your community? The Cherry Creek School District is seeking great people who care about kids to join its dedicated team of bus drivers. No CDL? No problem. Take advantage of paid training with benefits in a supportive and fun work environment. Starting pay at $24.39 an hour with excellent benefits. Feel good about what you do by helping provide safe, reliable transportation for Colorado kids. Apply now at cherrycreekschools.org.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Avalanche rolling along 6-0 in these playoffs and looked real strong last night. Coming up in our bottom of the hour as playoff update, a revealing and funny exchange with Gabe Landeskog and Nathan McKinnon trading compliments as they were sitting next to each other after the game. We'll have that for you at 6:30. But we got Stoke back. And Stoke, a lot of stuff happening while you were away with the Nuggets, and I just want to give you a chance to react to all of it. First of all, thoughts on it being over? Thoughts on them losing to the Timberwolves?
So disappointed in that performance. It was, it was just terrible. I was very optimistic that with no Anthony Edwards, no DiVincenzo, that the Nuggets were going to win this series, that they were going to win Game 6, and we were going to see a Game 7 here at Ball Arena, and of course they were going to win that one. So, watching that game was just depressing and a head scratcher. I don't know how you lose a series without Anthony Edwards being there for Minnesota. So I do think they need to make a change at the head coach position. I was skeptical of the hire from the beginning. I didn't think it was a good hire. You don't give a 15-year-old a Ferrari to drive for his first car. It's not what you do, and that's what the Nuggets did. And I think it's pretty obvious that he's not the right man for the job. I know it's tough to move on from a guy after a year after you promoted him after just 3 games and the playoffs last year, but
he's coming back. He's coming back.
Sometimes you got to make those tough decisions. I just don't. I don't think he's the right fit. Sometimes you're a really good assistant coach and the guys like you. And, we've talked about that being an assistant coach and how different it is now being a head coach. And it just didn't seem like he was a good fit for this basketball team. You can't lose that series the way that they lost it. That was embarrassing, Mike.
So is this a case with Adelman? I mean, he's coming back. All the reports are he is, and you'd think that if he wasn't, it would have happened by now. So he's back. Do you think this is because the Cronkies don't want to admit that they made a mistake for all the reasons that you laid out, or are they telling you it's more of a player issue with the reports that the only guy that's untouchable is Nikola Jokic and that everybody else is on the table?
Yeah, I don't think it's a situation where they don't want to, say they made a mistake hiring Adelman. I don't think that's the case at all. I think it's a situation where they look at some of the players that underperformed, and I think you are going to see some big moves this offseason from the Nuggets. We saw a lot last year, which I thought was great. It was refreshing. I thought this was a really good basketball team. They finally had a bench, and that's what's really disappointing about the whole situation is they had a real team, and I thought they could have made a great run. But for whatever reason, it wasn't even close, Mike. It wasn't even close. I mean, you can't go out the way that they went out in the first round with the basketball team that they had. The team that they had, you just can't do it. So there's going to have to be some serious changes on that roster if they're going to keep Adelman, which, to your point, it certainly seems like they are.
All right, so because the reports are they would like to keep Payton Watson. And so in order to do that and not go into luxury tax territory that apparently they want to avoid at all costs, then it means moving somebody. And that's Jamal. That's Aaron Gordon. That's Cam Johnson. That's unlikely.
Junior Porter.
No, he's already gone there, Charles. Pay attention. Stay current, will you? Christian Brown. Oh, boy, we got to get to Christian Brown here a little bit later on. But, the way you look at it, play GM. Is there, in your mind, are you willing to trade anybody?
Oh, yeah,
or is there
absolutely.
Somebody, okay,
except for Jokic, yes. Everyone is available except for Jokic. I mean, that's where we're at right now with this basketball team. Now, you're not giving guys away. It's still a good team. Still a good basketball team. And you don't want to overreact to one series. But if you look at this team moving forward, how is it going to get better if you don't make some big moves, some big boy moves this offseason? So I think when you look at the West, San Antonio's not going anywhere. OKC's not going anywhere. And those are the teams that eventually you're going to have to go through. And, oh, by the way, you can't even get through Minnesota. So, yeah, everyone else is on the trading block. And if you can get yourself a good deal, just like last year, you weren't going to just give away Michael Porter Jr., but you made a good move that made sense for both teams. So I do think you're going to see some big moves this offseason from the Nuggets.
On the RamosLaw.com text line, Stoke, you knew you were going to be getting some shots today. You had to know that was coming after missing some time and not being here yesterday. And
well, yesterday wasn't my fault. I mean, you realize that, right? I mean, you get to the airport, at 2 o'clock for a 4 o'clock flight, and you're sitting there and your plane is on the tarmac, and then you have mechanical issues, and they drag it on from 3 o'clock all the way to 11 o'clock at night until they just sweep your leg at 11 o'clock. They just sweep it. Whap! Sorry, flight's canceled. Good luck. Go find a hotel.
Yeah, but you should have known better flying Spirit Airlines. Come on now.
I was on the last Spirit Airlines flight. That was it.
That was it. You were on the last one. Is it just me or the Nuggets, the Stokley of the NBA? They never show up when you need them. Wow.
Brandon Stokley.
Oh, my gosh. That was good.
I see Jamal for Kevin Durant and a first-rounder being floated. No thanks. This team needs to get younger and more athletic, not older and less athletic. And where's the evidence that Kevin Durant's the guy that's going to put you over the top? He just missed the Rockets series with injuries. No thanks. I'm open to trading Jamal, but let's do a little bit better than Kevin Durant at the end of his career. Let's see. All right, so that's what's going on there with the Nuggets. Up next,
what do you think about Adelman?
I would not bring.
Haven't heard.
I would not bring him back. I'm with you. He doesn't look like a head coach to me, or not ready to be a primetime head coach. But I'm not excusing the players either. I mean, you know me, coaching matters, players matter more. But so I would absolutely be open to breaking up this core, but I also would do that with a new coach in place as well. So let you respond to that. Up next, the Mutual Admiration Society that was on display last night between Nathan McKinnon and Gabe Landeskog with a pretty funny moment at the end of it. That's next.
The Nuggets need a fresh spark. So why bring back David Edelman? After another postseason full of issues, confusing rotations, and tough questions, Denver doubles down on its original mistake. Is this loyalty or lack of imagination? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Well, there's a very good chance your home is in need of a window upgrade. Bluebird Windows and Doors is a local company providing only the highest quality windows like their Sunrise collection. They've been professionally and reliably doing business for 20 years now. You're not only getting window experts that treat you like a partner, but you're getting experienced installation crews that have been working together for years, which makes Bluebird the only window company to offer a lifetime warranty on labor. I watched Bluebird in action a couple weeks ago alongside a very satisfied homeowner. This is who you want for your window replacement. And now through May, buy 3 windows, get 1 free. Mention my name, get an additional 5% off. Go to gobluebirdsco.com.
Hey, Broncos country, I'm Terrell Davis, and I'm here with Donnie, owner of the Fitness Gallery. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
You're ready to make fitness fit your schedule. Don't wait. Secure pre-tariff pricing today.
You never regret buying quality. Visit Colorado's largest fitness store, Fitness Gallery, and get started on your goals today.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade Event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 16th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade Event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 16th. We'll see you there.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade Event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 16th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade Event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 16th. We'll see you there.
Most people don't think about their garage door until it stops working. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. There's never a good time for your garage door to break, whether you're rushing to work or you're trying to get the kids to school. We know how much you rely on your garage door. That's why we offer same-day repairs, because life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Over 90,000 5-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage door is what we do, but making your life easier and your home safer is why we do it. Families trust us because we deliver, and we'd be honored to earn your trust too. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Shop SummitRacing.com to keep your ride road trip ready. You'll find everything for pre-trip maintenance. Plus, enroll in the rewards program to get more power in every purchase.
Raw emotion.
I'm crying right now. I have tears in my eyes. These are legitimate David Edelman tears.
Deceptive tactics.
I'm not falling for that Louisiana draw country boy, not that bright. I'm not falling for it anymore.
And thick accents.
Ask Stoke to say groin for me, will you please?
Groin.
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 Groin. So it's not groin, it's groin.
Groin.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Great to have Stoke back, sort of, as he's broadcasting from the basement atop Mount Crumpet, where apparently every road in Castle Rock is dry or just wet right now, but at the higher elevations atop the driveway, man, it gets dicey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to be careful.
Got to be careful.
I mean, I don't want to get in a wreck or get injured on my first day back from vacation.
Right.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
No.
No. So he's comfortable. He's at home, but we're still talking about the same stuff. And that includes what the Avalanche did last night, a very impressive, at times dominant performance over Minnesota to go up 2-0. They've won 6 in a row to start these playoffs. And I got a whole notebook full of observations from the game last night. And I want to throw this one out here because it's something we've talked about before, but it was on display again last night. Former Av Eric Johnson, I don't know if I've seen a former athlete make a quicker, more seamless, like, man, this guy's a natural transition to being a broadcaster. This guy between the benches last night was just awesome. And having a guy who knows the Avalanche so well just play so well during the course of a broadcast, from him talking about Kale rubbing that icy hot and how careful you have to be applying it, and how it happened to him before, got it in some places you don't want it. He even talked about how sometimes it gets so bad that guys will go off in between intermissions and take off all their clothes just to wipe it all off. Talking about an Avs defenseman, I think it was Devon Toews, and comparing him as a shutdown defenseman to Patrick Surtain. Love the PS2 reference there. He had the observation about Sam Malinsky, who was an undrafted player coming out of Cornell, and how he's playing like a first-round pick that could be in this league for 15 years. And I especially liked, and you know, I mean, talk about peeling back the curtain, how Jared Bednar was in Nazem Kadri's ear about a missed defensive assignment, and in the words of Johnson, really giving it to him. So I thought it was awesome. And then after the game, he went on with ESPN's Scott Van Pelt. So, hey, I just want to give kudos to Eric Johnson, who was just fantastic during that game yesterday. Thoroughly enjoyed him.
No, yeah, he's done a great job. And you're right. He was kind of, you know, the couple times he was talking about Bednar getting after some guys, and then getting after Kadri, and then you look up and he's giving it to the refs right after that. So it was a Bednar that, you know, normally you don't see much emotion from him on the bench. So that was good to see. But no, Eric Johnson's been great. Yeah, he you know, you're right. To have him there and to have that connection with the Avs and have him on the broadcast has been he's been awesome, and it is fun to listen to.
Yeah, we also talked about yesterday how they had a team film session after game one and went over everything, and Stink was regaling us with stories about how it was like as a player, how you at times just absolutely dreaded those team-wide film viewing sessions, and you're like, oh my God, please don't show it. And just like, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the league, doesn't matter how much money you're making, you can still be reduced to like a quivering rookie at some of these film sessions. And EJ was great with that, saying, oh man, Bedsy, when he puts together a film session, it can be rough. It can be rough. You better check your ego at the door with some of these film sessions. But hey, that's what they focused on. That's what they concentrated on for improvements between game one and game two. And it's obvious that film session, it worked. It took hold.
Yeah, I think, Mike, even when you win, and obviously 9-6 is not, ideal to give up 6 goals. And obviously they made a lot of mistakes in game one, but you still ran away with it there in the end. And, as a coach, you want to get, you want to make sure everybody realizes, hey, look, this is the second round of the playoffs, and we're making way too many mistakes if we want to continue to advance and ultimately reach our goal. And so you got to, those are the things that you have to do. And so I like the fact that they did it after game one and highlight the mistakes and go out there and everybody put their big boy pants on and fix the mistakes. And there's no egos. Check your egos at the door and let's correct our mistakes and play better in game two. And certainly they played much better in game two.
Big games last night from both Gabe Landeskog and Nathan McKinnon. And the two of them were doing the post-game press conference at the table together. And there was a good exchange between the two of them. So I'll start with McKinnon. So both of them were asked to basically just say nice things about the other while they were sitting next to each other. Here was, actually, we'll go with Gabe. Let's go with Gabe first. Gabe talking about McKinnon. Here you go.
Having Nate makes my job a lot easier, for sure. We talk about it every time, but he's our driving force offensively. And tonight, and really since the playoffs started, defensively, he's been a beast as well. So, you talk about my leadership, but I think Nate's leadership is something that goes a lot under the radar. It means a lot to our team.
All right, so now it's McKinnon talking about Gabe, and listen to the quick Gabe comment at the end of this. This one's funny. Go ahead.
It's just a void you can't fill. We waited a long time for him to come back, and it was worth the wait. I think every month he got better this season. It's a lot of time to come back from, and I think obviously as a person, just a human, awesome to have around, and
that's enough.
Yeah.
He said that's enough. Gabe's like, that's enough. It was good. It was good. No, hey, they are locked in right now, and you got a team. They're getting contributions up and down the lineup. Everybody's being asked to contribute. Everybody's pulling their weight. I mean, it is. It's impressive right now, Stoke. I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself. I'm not going to start talking about, what kind of statement they could be making as in the history books and all that. I'm not going to get that far ahead of myself. It's
Stay
still
in the moment.
Stay in the moment. But
we're only up 2-0 here.
I know.
That's what you have to do as a fan.
But right
also.
now, it looks impressive. It looks really impressive right now.
No, it does. They're playing great. So keep it up. And I think they have the leadership there. You listen to Gabe, you listen to Nathan, and all those other guys. They have the leadership. They know they haven't accomplished anything yet, so I'm not worried about it.
Coming up next, we're going to give Stoke a chance to answer the question we got a ton of response to yesterday, and that is, of the big four, which upcoming Broncos free agent needs a new contract ASAP? Be curious to see who Stoke goes with next.
The Avalanche, the Wild. Round 2. This is where the real battle begins. Score! Every game gets bigger. Every hit gets harder. Every moment matters more. Our guys are in the locker room. Our shows are locked in on every matchup, every adjustment, and every shift in momentum. On your morning commute, on your lunch break, on your drive home. Our shows have you covered from puck drop to final buzzer and everything in between. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, Denver's playoff headquarters.
Well, just because tax deadline day has passed, it doesn't mean the IRS goes on summer vacation. Wouldn't that be nice? Nope, they're still reminding, even threatening people who are behind on their taxes. And if this is you, I urge you to reach out to Todd Whalen and Advanced Tax Solutions. He's been passionately helping people fix their IRS problems for 30 years now. And for Todd and Advanced Tax Solutions, defending his clients, it's a year-round job. So if you're facing tax levies, tax debt, back taxes, payroll issues, and the IRS is threatening you with fines, wage garnishment, even going to jail, get Todd Whalen and Advanced Tax Solutions on your side. If you think you have a handle on your tax problem but could use a little help, Advanced Tax Solutions regularly hosts free online workshops. You can sign up by going to advancedtaxsolutions.com. Dealing with the IRS can be stressful and intimidating. Don't take this fight on by yourself. Advanced Tax Solutions has saved their clients thousands and thousands of dollars, sometimes well into six figures. Get back into the system by calling 303-753-6040 and at advancedtaxsolutions.com.
Hello?
Hey, sis. Got a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
Take a look at the picture I just sent you. I'm walking into Hellsburg and want to get Mom something special for Mother's Day.
Yeah, she's done so much for us this year. Let's see. Diamond pendant. Oh, she'd love this.
Great. I'll get this, which means you're in charge of flowers.
Okay, deal.
This Mother's Day, save up to 50% on timeless gifts for Mom. Shop at a store near you or at Hellsburg.com.
The playoffs bring out the teams that are built to last through pressure, intensity, and long nights on the ice. When you're bidding an electrical project, you don't want a regular season performer. You want a team with a 40-year winning record. That's Piper Electric. From commercial construction to EV charging, fire alarms, power distribution, and preventative maintenance, their electricians are safety-driven, highly skilled, and ready for complex environments. So when your project goes out for bids, choose the team built for the playoffs. Visit piperelectric.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Zach here. And if you're looking for your new go-to spot in Centennial, the Basketball Social House is it. Award-winning food and drinks, an incredible weekend brunch, and a brand new sports bar entertainment space where you can catch every Colorado game. Even if you're not playing, it's a great hang. But if you are, their private basketball suites are unreal. Full court, lounge, music, TVs, the whole setup. And because you're hearing this from me, get half off your first private basketball suite rental. Just use code HALFOFFHOOPS. Trust me, you're going to love this place.
This is the sound of Jack, buzz cutting his way to a small fortune. To Jack, every time he cuts his own hair, that's $50 right in his pocket. If Jack sees DIY buzz cuts as a saving strategy, Wells Fargo is right behind him. And with their mobile app, tracking his savings is easy. Oh, ouch. However you make money work, we can work with that.
Mobile carriers' message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Usually when something sounds way too good to be true, it is. Imagine someone says you can cut your mobile bill in half. Sounds like a fantasy, but with Xfinity Mobile, it's the real deal because when you have Xfinity Internet, you can cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. That's a lot of streaming, sharing, scrolling, and whatever else you can do with your phone. All for half price and none of the commitment. That means you'll save big over Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Now all you have to do is think about how you'll spend all that extra money. Call 1-800-XFINITY, go to XfinityMobile.com, or visit a local Xfinity store to switch today. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Savings compared to one line of Xfinity Mobile selected to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
How about 60 seconds that'll make you actually feel good for a change? Hey, Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. You've heard me talk about the best free meal in Denver. And I had some listeners that had heard me talk about how I used to love to make brisket, but with outrageous beef prices, we just couldn't afford to do it anymore. We can't afford to feed that many people. Well, a guy guy. Barbecue Bob showed up to one of our first and third Thursdays with a couple $1,000s of brisket so he could just help people. We're going to make free brisket here coming up in the next couple months for our best free meal in Denver. And then another guy, Fred, who runs the Ace Hardwares over on Gartrell Road and Arapahoe Crossing. He said, from now on, all your fuel you need for that barbecue is on me. And another guy, Bobby Hancock from IHOP. He fed our volunteers and gave thousands of dollars worth of gift certificates to our people that take advantage of the best free meal in Denver. If you want to help, you can. Just spread the word. It's the best free meal in Denver every first and third Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. It's at Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road. And if you have any questions, just call us at 303-LAW-4040.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. ServiceTitan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. ServiceTitan, AI for the trades.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Stokley and
didn't do it one time from the basement, thought it was over with for the year, and got the text yesterday from the boss saying, hey, come get the unit, and just in case it looks like it's going to be bad weather. And because I was nervous about it, Mike, because I said, hey, if we get what we think we're going to get at the Rock, I was gonna park my car because I had to get into work. I was gonna give it a try no matter what. I got to get into work, so I was gonna park it at the bottom of the driveway, just so to give myself an opportunity to get out. But I got the unit, and I was able to do it from my basement. So
well, let's be
good.
honest. Let's be honest. You could have made it in today, but if it was important for you to meet the quota of at least one broadcast from the basement this winter, all right, we'll give it to you, okay? We'll give it to you.
Thank you.
I'm a little suspect about just how bad it is there, but, hey, you're there. I'm not, so I'll trust you. But it is good to have you back. A lot went down while you were gone, and as we give you a chance to kind of re-enter the fray, want to get your thoughts on a topic that got a lot of run yesterday, a lot of reaction from people. It started out innocently enough. I mentioned that the Broncos are still $19 million under the salary cap, so they have money to spend if they wanted to hand out yet another contract to one of their players. They've done a lot of that over the last couple of years with a lot of success. So they have 4 unrestricted free agents after next season. You tell me which one you think is the priority to sign to a long-term deal this offseason. You've got, in no particular order of importance, you got Brandon Jones, you've got Marvin Mims, you got Jaquan McMillan, and you got Riley Moss.
I love him.
Riley Moss. I love what Jaquan has done. Obviously, you look at Marvin Mims, he has been really good at what his role is. Return guy, a jack of all trades, utility knife, Mike type of wide receiver that you can do a lot with, and Sean has done a good job with him. Brandon Jones is a good safety. But for me, I'm taking the starting cornerback. Give me Riley Moss, and then, if you watch Jaquan McMillan leave, you got Jahdae Barron ready to fill his shoes. So give me the starting cornerback outside of on the other side of Pat Surtain. What was the majority of what were the majority of the people thinking?
Yeah, it was pretty much solid runaway, Riley Moss. Okay, he was definitely the far and away leader. What I thought was interesting was that it was really close flip a coin between Jaquan and Marvin Mims, which kind of surprised me because Marvin Mims was always fighting to get time as a wide receiver anyway, and really the only reason he got the time that he got at the end of the season was because of injuries to Pat Bryant. I know he's a Pro Bowl returner, but when you talk about the importance of signing a guy to a long-term deal, I would think you'd have to do it with Marvin Mims with the idea that, hey, this is going to be a guy that's still going to be a big part of our offense. And he was already needing something to happen to get on the field more last year. And now with the addition of Jalen Waddle, I just don't see where his impact as a wide receiver is really going to be felt.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. I want to see it this year with Davis Webb running the show. What does it look like? What does his role look like? Obviously, he has stepped up and made some plays and some big moments for the Broncos as a wide receiver. But what does it look like with Davis Webb at the helm and calling the plays as the offensive coordinator? I want to see that role for Mims. Now, Mike, you can still sign a guy as a quote-unquote main returner and still sprinkle him in as a receiver a little bit. You can still do that. I mean, you're not going to pay him a ton of money, but he is a really good returner, and he's done some really good things offensively for you. But you're right. I want to see what his role looks like. You got Waddle now. What's Franklin and Pat Bryant gonna what are their roles gonna look like? And so now, and then you throw Mims in there. So before I sign a guy like Marvin Mims right now, I want to see exactly what the role he's going to play with Davis Webb calling the plays.
Yeah, but as a wide receiver, you want to be paid as a wide receiver, not as a punt returner.
Well, of course.
Big difference.
Yeah, I mean, no, there's no doubt about it. But what are other teams going to look at him as? Is another team going to step up and pay him big money as a wide receiver, as a starting wide receiver, or is he going to be one of those guys that comes in and plays, 15 plays a game and you're the main returner? I'm not sure. I'm not sure of that. But I'm sure there's teams looking at him that think, okay, we love his ability in the return game, and now let's go ahead and try him as the number 3 wide receiver. So, it might be one of those situations, Mike, where he just becomes too expensive at the end of the year.
Some Bronco news: they have begun signing their draft picks and starting at the end and working back. Mr. Irrelevant, linebacker Red Murdoch has signed. That's going to give a big boost of energy for all the offseason conditioning workouts, having him in the fold. 4-year deal worth about $4 million, gets $122,000 signing bonus, and very curious to see this guy. Maybe it's because he's Mr. Irrelevant, but there is a lot of confidence and optimism and energy around this guy as a 7th-round pick. And, normally I'd kind of, really roll my eyes at that. But, hey, Jonathan Cooper, right? Wasn't he a 7th rounder? 6th or 7th rounder. Jonathan Cooper was.
I thought 6. But
yeah, but he's turned out to be a terrific player. So, yeah.
There's a lot of 7th rounders that end up being really good players. You know, I mean, it happens. So, no, there is a lot of optimism surrounding Red. I'm not sure why.
Right. I mean, he did go 257 overall. So
yeah, exactly. But they seem to like him.
Yeah.
And it's in a position of need.
Yeah.
Right. So you've been looking for an inside linebacker to kind of add some depth there, be a special teams guy maybe early in his career, and there's a spot open for him if he can come in and just take it.
Well, Mark Brave, the treacherous ride in from Lone Tree this morning. Yeah, he's here.
He's always trying to show me up.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
He's always trying to one-up me, especially now that he's been sitting in that seat.
Yeah. He gets to sit there again today.
I know. He's.
You get to watch him. You get to watch him while he sits in your seat.
Nanny, boo-boo, stick your head in doo-doo.
He joins us coming up next. How did the Avs make such a drastic improvement on defense from Game 1 to Game 2? That's next.
The Nuggets need a fresh spark. So why bring back David Edelman? After another postseason full of issues, confusing rotations, and tough questions, Denver doubles down on its original mistake. Is this loyalty or lack of imagination? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver has made Military Appreciation Month, and here's something you may not know. Trajan Wealth is a veteran-led company. Hey, Brandon Stokley here. Just as our heroes safeguarded our freedoms, Trajan Wealth's family office is committed to safeguarding your financial future with that same integrity. The fiduciary advisors at Trajan Wealth work as a true team, collaborating with you to fine-tune your investments and weather any market shift. And they take the time to understand what matters most to you. Your retirement visit, your tax strategy, your estate plan, and they bring it all together in one coordinated approach. That's what I love about my friends at Trajan Wealth. They understand that your situation is different from the next guy, and everyone has different goals and different needs, and they're going to come up with that game plan specifically designed for you and your family. No two retirements look the same, and your plan shouldn't either. Learn more at TrajanWealth.com, or you can give them a call at 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1. They have offices in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. Give them a call. 1-855-TRAJAN-1. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC Registered Investment Advisor, and additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Now that it's nice outside, I can't wait to spend time at my favorite outdoor oasis right in my own backyard. With my custom built-in grill island, comfy patio furniture, and blazing fire pit from O.W. Lee, I may never want to leave. Hi, this is Keith Lair with Lair Fireplace and Patio to let you know that we'd love to help you create your very own outdoor oasis in your backyard. Lair's offers the widest variety of top-quality O.W. Lee furniture and fire pits. With a great selection of in-stock items along with our custom ordering process, you can choose the exact style and color that will make your patio sizzle this summer. Lair's also sells the top names in quality barbecue grills and accessories to help you create an outdoor kitchen that will be the envy of your neighborhood. Lair Fireplace and Patio is Denver's oldest, most trusted name in barbecues and outdoor furniture. Family owned and operated since 1954. Go to LairFireplacePatio.com and see why O.W. Lee is the most sought after name in quality outdoor furniture and fire pits. That's Lair Fireplace and Patio, Denver's outdoor room experts.
Visit any of Lair Fireplace and Patio's beautiful showrooms.
You're hearing this right now. So are your customers. That's radio. It still works. But your customers don't live in one place anymore. Tonight they're streaming Denver's biggest game on their TV. Tomorrow they're deep in the most popular podcast in the country. Next week, all three, all over again. We built one campaign that reaches them everywhere. Radio, streaming TV, podcasts, all under one roof. All measured, all working together. That's not a pitch. That's a system. DenverSports.com. Let's build yours.
Cecil Lammy here for my friends at WindowNation.com. I know that May's weather is pretty nice, but you don't have to wait until the heat hits in May and beyond to try and avoid high energy bills. You need to upgrade your home's windows this month during Window Nation's Buy 4, Get 4 free sale. Imagine replacing all your windows. You get new energy efficient ones from WindowNation.com, and you get half of them for free. Plus, you could even get them with no money down. Schedule your fast, free consultation now at WindowNation.com.
At some point, you stop calling it pain and start calling it just how I am now. And that's not okay. And deep down, you know it. I'd love to lead you back to the normal you, the one who is active and carefree. So let's get started now with an introduction to the medical team at QC Kinetics and their long-lasting regenerative treatments for joint pain. They're helping patients with pain from arthritis or injury in their knees, shoulder, hips, and lower back. And now they're moving, sleeping, golfing, running without surgery or long recoveries. The science is real. The treatments are natural. Your body already knows how to heal. QC Kinetics finally gives it the right tools. No operating room, no hardware, no watching summer come and go from a recliner. And now's the time, because the longer inflammation sits, the more damage it does. So this isn't a I'll get around to it situation. Right now is the right time, and the first step doesn't cost you a thing. QC Kinetics, better starts here. Schedule your free consultation by calling 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986 with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It is QC Kinetics.
I've never put much stock in astrology, but with the new multiplier scratch, the stars are aligned for some pretty big prizes. Because no matter your moon sign or what Mercury's up to, your win can get multiplied up to 200 times, with prizes up to $1 million, which could steer your life into a very interesting new phase. New multiplier scratch from the Colorado Lottery. Multiply your win up to 200 times. Must be 18 to play.
Ready to be a driving force for your community? The Cherry Creek School District is seeking great people who care about kids to join its dedicated team of bus drivers. No CDL? No problem. Take advantage of paid training with benefits in a supportive and fun work environment. Starting pay at $24.39 an hour with excellent benefits. Feel good about what you do by helping provide safe, reliable transportation for Colorado kids. Apply now at cherrycreekschools.org.
Michelle's Moment here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
Plumline Services, serving Colorado since 1998 for all your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. Service at home, servants at heart.
KKFN and KKFN HD1, Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Passive aggression.
Oh, Mark. Sweet, naive, childlike Mark.
Culinary techniques.
So you got the crawfish, you got the tail, you pinch, twist, and some people like to slurp it. You're a slurper.
And backhanded apologies.
You know what? I would like to officially apologize to you, Mike. You were right. I was wrong. You're smart. I'm dumb. You're skinny. I'm fat.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, happy Avs Up 2-0 day. As we kick things off here with a full show. Sort of. I've got my guys here. I got Stoke. I got Stink. But Stink's here. Stoke is broadcasting from the basement.
Man.
Apparently, even though I've been getting all kinds of reports from Castle Rock, thank you to all of you folks in the Rock, boots on the ground, like this one from the Big Dad U. I live on a hill in Castle Rock, and my 16-year-old daughter drove in while putting on her makeup.
Yeah. Yeah. Boy, I got to tell you, Stoke, I thought, I got on the roads this morning. I was like, the roads are just wet. There's no snow on them. I go, Stoke's going to be in there. He doesn't want to give up squatter's right to the seat. And then I drove in. I looked down to where you normally park. You weren't there. I looked over to where I park because sometimes, things aren't plowed out or whatever, and you're there, not there. And I thought to myself, what is softer than Stokley? I thought, well, poop, real boobies, the Nuggets, or Brandon Stokley. I mean, what?
Nuggets have been added to your real soft list.
Yeah, my real soft list. What happened?
You needed an addition to that, Mark.
Yeah.
You did. It was. I mean, the other two were getting kind of old, So I'm glad you got a new addition with the Nuggets. It's good to be back on, guys. Listen, okay. So you got to make the call early. It's an early call type of decision, all right? So the call needed to be made last night, just like the school districts. Do you see all the school districts closing down?
Yeah,
Every single one of them were closing down. So once I see that, I think obviously they're smarter than me. I say to myself, you know what? Okay, I've been given the hall pass from the boss to work from home today. And so I made the decision late last night when I set my alarm. I said, I'm not setting it for, when I normally set it to get into work. I'm setting it later because the roads are going to be terrible.
Well, okay, you called your shot, and it was premature. Might need to get you in touch with the folks at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. That was a premature decision right there. So, anyway, we're glad to have you.
Yes.
And that's the most important thing. And I want a full crew here as we digest what the Avs did last night in their win over the Wild to go up 2-0. And, Mark, shall we take a little bit of a victory lap? Because we called this. I referenced the last time the Avalanche played in a playoff game like this. They set a franchise playoff record with their 9 goals in Game 1, beat the old record set in the Cup year when they had 8 in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals against Edmonton. And I thought history's going to repeat itself in terms of the fact that they're going to tighten things up. They're going to be more disciplined. And in that instance, they went from Game 1 to Game 2 and won 4-0. Well, they did that last night, and at one point being up 3-1, 4-1, in really complete control of the game. But a stark difference from what we saw in Game 1.
Yeah, I actually thought the game was closer than the score would indicate.
Really, it didn't feel like it felt like the exact opposite to me.
No,
they were in complete control.
Well, no, I think they were in complete control, but I thought there was a couple of power plays where Minnesota got 5 or 6 shots on goal. The difference was Wedgie. Wedgie was phenomenal last night between the pipes. Made a bunch of big time saves, which you've got to have, and that led obviously to some offensive opportunities because they got outshot by Minnesota. I mean they gave up more shots on goal. They just had better opportunities. The first power play goal by the Avalanche was a thing of beauty. I mean, you want to talk
toe.
Right, you want to talk about just absolute gorgeous. But I thought Wedgie was the difference, Stoke. I thought he was phenomenal between the pipes last night.
Yeah, no, he was great. He made some big-time saves there. Obviously, you gave up the first one. Terrible job by just blowing an assignment there by the Avs. And then he was just so solid after that. I mean, they started peppering him there late in the first, and he held on tight, made some big-time saves. So, yeah, Mark, you're all over it. He was unbelievable. And I'm glad that things haven't changed since I left. I wasn't quite sure coming back to the show what it would feel like, what it would kind of sound like. But Evans taking a shot at me right at the start of the top of the hour. And then right after that, he goes on to pat himself on the back right before going into Avs talk. So I'm glad that not much has changed.
Yeah, we strive for consistency on this show.
There's
no doubt about that.
That is right. Yeah, he's still trying to get back at you from your draft coverage.
Yes.
You're a little loose.
Yes.
You're a little loose.
That's good observation there.
Right, and he was
keeping my receipts.
By the way, just on a different note, I'm watching Quinn Hughes last night. Now, this is going to go over a lot of your heads, but does he not look like Bruno from Encanto, the Disney show? Have you ever seen Bruno?
No.
We don't talk about Bruno, but have you ever seen Bruno from Encanto? Am I the only one?
What is Encanto?
You've never watched Encanto? You don't have grandkids. Your kids are older.
Crickets.
Hey, all I know is Nathan McKinnon
oh my God,
has been plotting his revenge for the Olympics ever since he draped that silver medal around his neck and looked at it with disdain and then was given that furry thing and was like, what the hell's this? He laid out both those guys.
Yeah, he did.
In Hughes and Boldy, big hits from Nathan McKinnon.
Just look it up, Google it.
Yeah,
Bruno.
You got your Olympic gold.
Bruno from Encanto, Stokely. Google
Take
it.
that.
You're at home. You get nothing to do. You're on your regular.
I'll get right on it.
Yeah, you get right on that.
Get
right on it. It's a great movie, by the way.
Reaction to the game. Gabe Landeskog starting with the improvement. What was it from Game 1 to Game 2?
Well, we knew that wasn't our best. We knew there were areas that we wanted to clean up, so we studied them. And then I thought we did a good job executing them today. To your point, we were disciplined. With the puck, I thought we made good decisions. Without the puck, I thought we were patient, closing down plays fast for the most part and not allowing them too many scoring chances.
Nathan McKinnon talking about how the team all the players embrace the idea of doing all the little things necessary.
The playoffs is so hard to produce. And, I think over the years, we've come to realize that you don't have to score a point to help the team out. And there's a lot of time away from the puck when you don't have it. I think, during the season, you can get a little lazy sometimes, but right now every shift is so important. It might not go perfect, but I just think having the right intent is all you can ask for, yourself and for your teammates, just to have the right intentions out there and put the team first.
Signs you got a well-coached team. Sign you have players who are made of the right stuff and can take criticism the right way, just like that Edmonton series where they completely flipped the switch in Game 2. Mark, they did it again in this case after pledging after Game 1. Hey, that was fun, that was wild, but that was a one-off, and that's not the way we can play. We got to get back to a different kind of style, and they did it.
Yeah, they certainly did. And obviously it leads with defense. There's a couple times where Bedsy, they were mentioning on the broadcast, Bedsy's airing somebody out because of it. Yeah, Gadry, just defensive misassignments. As Stokley said on that first goal, McCarr just pinching in there and giving up his defensive kind of positioning. But the bottom line is, man, they turned it on last night. It was fun to watch.
6-0 in the playoffs, and now 3 days off. What are we doing? Well, I guess it's because the Timberwolves continue to play as well.
Yeah, because the Nuggets lost. That's why.
That's why. Blame it on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Nuggets, I got to get you two to react to the I was last night searching for the right word. All I can come up with is insane comment made by Christian Brown. That's next.
Inconceivable! The Nuggets need a fresh spark. So why bring back David Edelman? After another postseason full of issues, confusing rotations, and tough questions, Denver doubles down on its original mistake. Is this loyalty or lack of imagination? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Bluebird Windows and Doors has been reliably providing the highest quality windows with the best warranties in the industry for over 20 years now. They are a local company. They're a success story built the right way with repeat customers and positive word of mouth. Good chance if your home was built in the 80s, 90s, even 2000s. Your windows are low-grade, lowest bidder windows that were underperforming and costing you valuable money. Highly recommend Bluebird's Sunrise Collection, the highest quality replacement window that's taken the industry by storm. Get this top-of-the-line window through May. Buy 3 windows, get 1 free. Mention my name, get an additional 5% off. All you got to do, go to gobluebirdco.com.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Colorado Fat Loss. Before you think about GLP-1 injections and all those things, know that it's going to cost you thousands of dollars a year. There are potential for just different scenarios and issues that you could develop with GLP-1s. And I'll tell you what, the other thing is, you know what, most people gain weight back after they get off the GLP-1s. If you want a doctor-developed program that helps men and women lose 20 to 40 pounds in just 60 days, safe and naturally, then this is the place you need to turn to. Colorado Fat Loss. No injections, no synthetic hormones, no long-term dependence. They use real food to reset your metabolism, control your hunger and cravings naturally, and help you burn fat. You're always connected right there to a nutritionalist through their app. You monitor your weight on the app daily. You monitor everything you eat on the app. And I'm talking about real proteins, chicken, fish, steak. I'm talking about vegetables, fruits, and the weight just comes off. I'm down 30 pounds in 8 weeks. I tell you what, it was easy, guys. Just simple, and I'm glad I did it. You can do it as well. Just hit them up at coloradofatloss.com. That's coloradofatloss.com.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off, They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 16th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 16th. We'll see you there.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to you at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
What makes Shop Honda different? It's simple. One person, one price, 1 hour. That means you work with a single client advisor from start to finish. No runaround, no back and forth. One price means clear, upfront, and fair pricing. No games, no guesswork, and 1 hour so you can spend less time at the dealership and more time doing what you love. Plus, at Shop Honda, they never charge dealer handling fees. None. It's a better way to buy a car. And once you experience it, you'll wonder why every dealership doesn't do it this way.
Now is the best time to buy. Get ahead of the competition and get the deal you want on the home you really want. Maximize your savings with lowest rate for life, and if the market does improve, we can save you money without any additional lender fees or appraisal fees. We're here for you today and tomorrow and celebrating 30 years of helping homeowners with expanded approvals, low rates, credit improvements, and more. Call U.S. Mortgages at 303-LOW-RATE.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Coming up in our bottom of the hour playoff update.
Doors.
What is this?
This is our whole.
It's Encanto.
Oh, this is from Encanto?
Yeah. Encanto.
Encanto.
I showed you the picture.
Did show me the
Side by side
of Quinn Hughes and Bruno. Dead ringers.
Identical. Yeah. Maybe I'm the only one that watches hockey that way. Maybe I could be the only guy. But I'm watching that little squirrely dude. He was a little squirrely dude. It was nice to see McKinnon.
Woo!
By the way, I did just get a text message.
Yeah, I saw you on your phone during the break.
Mrs. S just texted me. And she asked me this: does Brandon know the roads are clear? She called you Brandon.
Who's Brandon?
So I said, I'll ask him. Do you know that the roads are clear?
Not in Castle Rock.
No.
I know in Lone Tree they might be fine, but, Castle Rock, we're a little bit slow getting the plows out there.
Plows?
Yeah.
All we're getting is reports from people in Castle Rock saying the roads are fine.
I think it's still snowing here, Mike. I'm
is
just
it?
looking.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
still
right,
got snow coming down. Dumping snow.
Dumping. Yeah, coming up at the bottom of the hour, why the Avs' almost season-long dormant power play is showing such signs of life during this series. But, guys, we got to get to Christian Brown's comments. I can't wait to hear how you guys react to this. So he's talking to Bennett Durando of the Denver Post. This is the quote, okay? Not making this up. This is the quote. Quote, I just think I'm the leader of this team. I'm the vocal leader of this team. And when we don't play well as a whole, you can blame whatever you want. You can blame anything. But I didn't play well enough as an individual, and I didn't have this team ready enough to play in a tough series. Whew. What? Okay. Go ahead. I don't know where to start. What? You guys want to take who wants to take a crack at this first?
Go ahead, Stoke.
Yeah, I mean, I love CB. He's a favorite. All the way back to watching him play at Kansas. So, but those comments are crazy. I don't know what he's talking about. The leader's got to be Jokic, obviously, and Jamal. You would hope. I don't.
I would name 6 guys before I'd ever get to Christian Brown.
Well, I mean, some guys are more reserved. He's talking about being a vocal leader, right? Isn't that what he said, Mike?
I'm sorry, Joseph was just talking in my ear.
Okay.
Yes.
He said he's a vocal leader.
Vocal leader, yeah.
Vocal leader. So some guys might lead in a different way, but I don't see CB being that vocal guy out there. And certainly, you got to be out there playing. I mean, you got to have some pelts on the wall, right? And so I don't think that's a good thing for the Nuggets if he's their leader. Certainly, it needs to be Jokic or Murray. But I don't think that you look at CB and look at him and see, hey, that's the leader of this basketball. You would go with Aaron Gordon probably before you would go with CB. So I don't know. That's a head scratcher for me.
Yes, think what's worse, if that is true, or that CB actually thinks this.
Well, listen, man, I'm not over there. I have no idea. Maybe he's the guy in the locker room behind the scenes that does have the ear of the team. And maybe that's all true. Maybe he's 100% correct. I don't know. He would know better than us. But if that is the case, I would think that that's probably not necessarily the structure of the team is probably not the way it should be. Ultimately, some guys feel more comfortable being vocal. I haven't seen that on the court, though. Have you?
No.
I've never seen that part. I mean, I've seen Joker, in a huddle. I've seen a couple guys in a huddle. I haven't seen Christian Brown do that on a consistent basis. What do you have? Are you having tea? Do you have a little throat issue? What's going on back there?
No throat issue. Just coffee, Mark. Just coffee. Get that coffee going, you know.
The spoon. That's kind of what you guys used to hear back in the background.
All the time with you.
Right.
Was it loud?
Yeah.
Okay, that's on me. Pat the chest. That's on me.
No.
It's good.
This is
good because I think Mark needs to realize what he put us through. All those days.
All those times when you guys were complaining, I thought it was just because you could see me on the video.
No.
I did not realize it makes that kind of noise.
It picks up everything.
That mic picks everything. Oh, I had no idea. Listen. Speaking of patting the chest, I'd like to apologize.
And Mark, not just that, it was the wife in the background cleaning up and doing dishes and cooking cookies and all. I mean, we heard all of it.
I had no. There's no way they can hear all that. But you guys, because I just heard that the spoon hit the side of the glass or whatever, and it was like, I mean, it was significant. I could hear it.
Yeah, well, that's on me. That's on me. I learned from my mistakes. I don't know. So here's the situation. You need to have. It's always best when your best player is your leader, right? Peyton Manning, he was the leader of the football teams I was on. You had a guy like Ray Lewis and Shannon Sharp when I was around those guys. I mean, you need your best players, your productive players to be your leader. And then guess what? Guess who else can be your leader?
Christian
Any
Brown?
guesses?
Christian Brown? He could be a leader too?
No.
Michael Junior Porter?
No. Your coach, Mike.
Oh,
your coach.
Your
coach, buddy. You're way off. Follow me. Come on, get focused. Mark, slap him upside the head. Get him focused. Hey, no, your coach can be your leader, right? So but does Adelman look like a leader?
No.
There's no, like Michael Malone would be a leader. Michael Malone, right? Because he's not going to be a pushover. He's going to get after some guys. That's a leader. So, when you have that leadership void all of a sudden and you take Malone out of it, and then Jokic isn't really a big vocal leader, there's a big void there. And I don't know if CB is that type of player.
Yeah, here's my biggest takeaway, okay?
Right.
My biggest takeaway is the mere fact that Christian Brown thinks this, that he's the leader, the vocal leader, and he can say, I don't feel like I had this team ready to play, tells you all you need to know. They got no leadership over there. They got no leadership.
How does he get the team ready to play? That would be my question. Christian, how do you get the team ready to play? That's a head scratcher for me. Is that his job? Is he that guy? I mean, I could understand if Jokic said that or Jamal said that. Christian Brown saying, hey, that's on him?
Well,
he didn't have the team ready to play? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Stoke, to Mike's point, if that is the case, if Christian Brown feels like, man, I need to step up and I need to lead this team because we're not getting it from Jokic and we're not getting it from Murray, then that may be true. He may be the guy in the locker room that fires him up or the guy in the locker room that talks. but that's not necessarily a great thing. It's not Aaron Gordon. It's not, you can't when you're injured all the time. It's hard to be that guy when you're injured all the time. But yeah, that's not a good look, Mike.
I still think Aaron Gordon could be that guy even though he's injured because he's done enough in the league and he's won a championship with his team, and guys will still look at him as that guy even though he has been banged up a lot the last couple of years. So I still think he could be that type of guy, but some players aren't wired that way.
Yeah, my fear though, as misguided as these comments seem, there's got to be something there. There's got to be enough there for CB to make that kind of comment in his own mind that he thinks he's that kind of leader, which worries me because now I think that the Nugget veterans, they're the kind of leaders that whenever I hear this, I always roll my eyes. Whenever somebody comes out and says, I don't believe in being a vocal leader. I just believe in leading by example. Mm-hmm. Whenever I hear somebody who's a veteran come out and say, yeah, I don't believe in talking much. I just like to lead. Right away, I'm like, okay, scratch him from the list. He's not a leader. Yeah, if that's your idea that I'm the silent type that just leads by example, no way. You got to have somebody who's vocal.
You got to have somebody who will yank a knot in your chain, and whether that's a player, if you don't have those players, then you know what it comes. The responsibility, to Stokes' point, becomes the coach. Like at some point, I feel like, and they talked about it on the broadcast last night, the defensive breakdowns, the film session they had with the Avalanche. They were like, that was not a pleasant film session because Bednar will get in your. He did with Kadri.
Yeah,
he'll get in your backside. I don't ever feel like David Adelman's that guy.
Coming up, we got the long.
Doesn't seem like it.
We got the long segment ahead of us. More on the Nuggets and a damning report about Stan and Josh Kroenke and what their priorities are from somebody who's around the team every day. We'll get to that. But first, the Avs power play is clicking. Nathan McKinnon and Gabe Landeskog tell us why. Next.
The Colorado Avalanche put on a clinic, controlling every inch of the ice from start to finish. Speed, precision, relentless pressure define their game as they powered past the Wild with authority. 5 goals, terrific goaltending, and a defense that refused to bend. That was dominance in every sense. The Avalanche skate away with a decisive 5-2 victory, and just like that, they seize a commanding 2-0 series lead. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, Denver's playoff headquarters.
Well, how many of you are of a certain age, but in your mind you think younger? How about also feeling younger? There's no reason you can, especially since it's likely low testosterone is holding you back. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic are experts at treating men's health issues like low T, and I know because they started treating me a few years ago with great results. For me, my low T showed up by running out of gas later in the day. Other symptoms can include brain fog, sleeping badly, unproductive workouts, loss of sex drive. It's nothing to feel bad about. We guys in our early to mid-30s start losing 2 to 3% of our testosterone production every year. Why you should meet the compassionate pros at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic? Well, their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, GLP-1, PDA, and more. They treat low T and other hormonal issues. Start thinking and feeling younger. Schedule a consult, just $99. Meet with a Colorado licensed medical provider. Start low T treatment that day. Your entire office visit is free. Got 5 locations around Denver to better serve you, including Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and the snow capital of the world, Castle Rock. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Hi, Flo here from Progressive. Life changes quickly, so it's good to have flexible coverage.
Oh, you mean like adding another vehicle?
Yes, that's something we can do.
Great, because I was thinking about getting a van so we could just keep the kids' softball stuff in the car.
Oh, we don't need to get into specifics. Just saying it's easy to change.
Oh, and Hannah wants to try the tuba.
Again, we don't need the specifics.
Last year, she wanted to be a tap dancer, but that only lasted 2 lessons.
Okay.
But she kept the shoes because they are adorable.
Well, just know that with Progressive, you can easily add another car to your auto insurance because we know life changes.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade Event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 16th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade Event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 16th. We'll see you there.
Hey, it's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors, your siding, windows, decking, and roofing specialist. During the month of May, 5280 Exteriors are offering you $1,000 off a new project. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
I'm Rob Wilhite. For almost 50 years, Colorado has trusted the Wilhite Law Firm after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion recovered, we know how to win for our community. Injured? Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
Harry Douglas here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app and share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required. Not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Mother's Day is coming, and you gotta show love to the mothers in your life. You know you gotta take care of mom. Plus, my wife just became a first-time mom. So yeah, Mother's Day matters, and you gotta get it right. That's why I'm sending flowers from the Books Company. Right now, get 25% off with code CANTY. Books flowers are cut fresh, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. And it's easy. Pick the bouquet, the delivery date, and you're done. Mother's Day is May 10th, so don't wait. Go to Books.com, use code CANTY to get 25% off. That's BOUQS.com.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Here comes McKinnon, racing down the right wing side, drops an inches in the slot, backhander, score! McKinnon drops, Natchez carries, roots it on the back. Natchez with room, down to the goal line, in front, score! Pass by McKinnon, the captain, the finish. Landeskog makes it two. The free throw handles, off to Boldy, in the slot, wrist shot, deflected in front, never got through. To Wedgwood, kept on side, with the glove, blown on net again by Boldy, diving for it, Hartman, doing the splits is Wedgwood. That shot by Wallace, backhand to forehand, the quick release by Big Audrey on the flank, down to the goal line once again, Landeskog, see if he heads back to the bumper, there's the one-timer, McKinnon on the power play, the Avalanche strike again and extend their lead.
Avalanche doing just that in a very strong, efficient, disciplined game number 2. They follow through on their promise to be a lot tighter, a lot better after what they showed in that scorefest in game 1, and they followed through, and in the process, really, boy, they really frustrated Minnesota. We'll get to some of the comments made that I thought really helped define what happened last night from Mark Messier, somebody who knows a little something about hockey. So we'll pass those along to you in just a second. Also coming up here in this segment, probably in about 10, 12 minutes, kind of a damning report that's out there about the intentions and desire to win versus saving money by standing Josh Kroenke. We'll get to that in just a second. But their hockey team doing very well. And guys, before we get into the Avs, I do want to mention Stoke is back, broadcasting from the basement at home. And I got this text from D in Denver. Headed to Castle Rock to make deliveries. Heaven help me. Stoke.
I'll pray for you.
Say
D.
a prayer for me.
I will. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're heading into the 7 gates of hell right now.
There's a delineating line. Like, you get to the top of that hill before it starts kind of going back down to Castle Rock, right there on I-25. That's like the line of demarcation.
That's it.
That's like the Mendoza line. Like, right there, when you cross over, man, it goes from clear to treacherous.
It's like the equator.
Yeah.
Of Colorado.
Mm-hmm. It's a good call.
That's right in the middle, right?
Like the Mason-Dixon line.
Yes.
One of them lines.
One of them.
What's that line that goes across the Rockies, the mountains, that separates east from west or whatever?
Continental Divide?
Yeah, the Continental Divide, Stoke.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's basically between Lone Tree and Castle Rock.
Yeah, right there. There's a line.
Is there like a
That's
plaque?
why
Is there
that's
like on this site type thing?
That's why when the Broncos were thinking about relocating the stadium, they stopped at the tree. They were like, "Hey, we can't go south of the tree
Right.
because once we go south of the tree, things get. I mean, we could cancel games.
What are we, Buffalo?
Yeah,
that kind of thing. Yeah, I got you. So a lot of things coming out of the Avs win. The almost season-long dormant power play is showing definite signs of life. 3 for 7 in this series. What's going on, Nathan McKinnon?
Yeah, we're just trying to work both sides. Try to give many different looks and LA different looks. Puck wasn't going in against LA, but we were told we were doing a good job creating. So I think for us, the process is just trying to stay good. It's been a long year on the power play, but I feel like what we're doing is sustainable. I feel like we're generating a lot of chances, and they're not just some lucky goals. So,
well, for the folks who wanted different looks on the power play, man, you got that last night. Just from power play to power play, at times you had, and this is always with Cale Makar at the point, but what was going on below, right? You had one power play look was McKinnon and Natchez on the left side with Gabe in the middle, the bumper, and then Naz on the weak side. Then there was another look with Naz and Gabe on the left side, the right side together, with McKinnon in the bumper, another one with Natchez in the bumper, and there was even a look where you had Kadri on the left wing, Natchez on the right wing, Makar up top, and you had basically Gabe in the bumper and then McKinnon kind of hovering around low as well. So for those who wanted a lot of different looks on the power play, boy, you got them, and the results followed. Not only a couple power play goals, but just, really good-looking power plays with all kinds of really good chances.
Yeah, finding space. I thought, you talk about Gabe in the bumper, you talk about McKinnon in the bumper in that middle section. McKinnon's goal was unbelievable because he got away from the defense a little bit. He just kind of snuck and slid ever so slightly from the middle of the ice over to the left side a little bit, and then he got that entry pass, and he just put it home, So a lot of good stuff, a lot of crisp, back and forth, getting it down to the goal line, then getting it back out, then getting it over to the other side. There was a lot of patience in their power play, and like Gabe said, like McKinnon said, generate some great chances, Stoke, and they did. Their power play looked really, really sharp.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes one to go in early, but they've been great. They've been, to your point, Mark, they've been patient, some great passing, and then they're finishing. And it was certainly good to see that first one go in there. Great pass from Nate to Gabe. And then, that's all it takes. I mean, they're too talented to struggle on the power play. And so great job. Obviously, that's big moving forward. You need to take advantage of those mistakes by the other team. So those are huge whenever you can get those power play goals. But they've been doing a great job of executing, being patient, and their passing has been great.
It also helps that Minnesota right now is just awful
defending it
on the penalty kill. So I'd love to believe it's all about the Avs just clicking, but boy, you do have to factor in that Minnesota, right? I think after one of the Avs power play goals, it dropped Minnesota's penalty killing percentage to 54%. 54%. You need to be routinely 80% or better. I mean, that's the line of demarcation. 54%, really bad.
Yeah. You still keep. You noticed how much hockey, like I've had to carry the hockey talk, since you've been gone.
I
You
can tell.
noticed? Yeah. I just had to pick it up because Mike has just been, he's just resting on laurels. Ever since the Gabe thing, he's been he's been trying to.
There's your daily one.
We
We should have the smear campaign for me like we do with.
He's just been trying to kiss. He's just been trying to kiss Gabe's ass, and and
he's been performing
right, and been
great.
So he just is, he's really been focused on that, and not so much dialed into the hockey stuff. So I've had to pick it up.
Yeah, you've done a great job. I can tell. I was concerned about Evans first of all the other day. Because his Dallas Stars lost.
No.
How is he going to respond to his Dallas Stars losing? Miko's out. He can't cry. I thought, he can't cry about the trade anymore, and we lost the trade, and oh my gosh, Miko, how did we ever trade that guy?
That was then. We got new information. Marty Natchez is killing it right now.
So now you're okay with it.
I got new information.
Last year, that's all you did. You ripped everyone that involved in the trade. So I'm not going to let you off the hook.
You can only go by what is in front of you, and right now,
you do love the Stars.
No, I don't.
They're near dear into your heart.
No, I don't. No.
And so they lost. So I was concerned there. And then last night, watching the game, what happens right away? There goes Gabe putting one in the back of the net. It's like, ooh, not a good night for Evans.
No,
that's what I thought too.
You guys are so wrong. I so wrong about this, and I understand why you're doing this. It's all deflection techniques. You from calling the AFC West over after 3 weeks to Mark picking the Chargers. I know you guys are just trying to use a good offense as your best form of defense. So I get it. I'm okay with it. But, no, Gabe's been terrific. I love it, and I just wanted to see more production. And, hey, listen, you look at the numbers prior to what I said to what he's done since. They're night and day. So
here's what I found out,
As I said yesterday, I'd like a special shout-out at the parade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want parade?
Yeah.
At the parade, just a shout-out maybe. And even, what would really touch me?
Huh.
You know how much I love a video tribute.
Yeah.
Maybe if I could get a video tribute next year.
That would be.
First game?
Yeah, first game.
Not first game, because that's all about raising the banner. But,
Okay.
sometime in the first handful of games, I'm fine. You
well,
don't have to do it right
I got
away.
some new information, Stoke, that I want to lay on you here that I found out yesterday. Very secretive. And I understand why he's so secretive right now. So, it's not a coincidence that he besmirched the name of Gabriel Landeskog, and then all of a sudden his Twitter account got hacked.
Right.
So he's back on Twitter, but he's not giving out the name. He's under secret.
I'm alleged to be back on Twitter. There's no
I
proof
looked
of
up
that.
head detective. I looked up heed. I looked up all the code names that I thought he could be going under. What he does, he is.
It's a rumor, but I can't neither can confirm nor deny.
He is right now, Stokley. He is continuing to prop up and just spread his love for Gabe because he does not want his new Twitter handle to get hacked again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, we're all about
Evans, so why won't you tell people your new handle?
Because I'm not on yet. Not on yet. I might
He's
be.
on.
I might not be. I can't tell you.
He is
This
on.
could be like
he let it slip yesterday,
It could be maybe I'm like Kevin Durant. Maybe I have two. Maybe I have three
accounts.
Maybe I have 2 or 3 burner accounts. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Mike, what do you think about a spot on the parade on the fire truck?
I don't need
with
that.
Gabe?
I don't.
Maybe
need
you
that.
should drive one of the fire trucks.
Don't
Mike.
need that. Don't need
Yes.
that. I don't need that.
You painted the red barn.
Yeah.
You plow trucked back in Boston. Were you ever part of the fire department?
We did have a volunteer fire department in my hometown.
Right.
And that again is true. But I was never part of the volunteer fire department. So no, never did that. But I did spend a summer working for the town, and I do, even though I never had a CDC license, they did allow me to drive a dump truck.
Yeah.
So if I could drive a dump truck, I'm sure I can drive a fire truck.
Oh, man.
And they go really slow.
Yeah.
You know.
You have one of them big, giant fire hats
Oh,
on.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Get a Dalmatian next to
Right.
me. That'd be fantastic. Can we get back to hockey? Jeez. Hey, folks, listen, I'm trying not to make it about me, but they refuse. Here is the other side of special teams, the penalty kill, which has been outstanding all season long, tops in the league on a heater right now. 41 of their last 45 kills for Gabe Landeskog in this penalty kill.
Yeah, it makes a difference for sure. I mean, we have a lot of trust in our PK. They've been doing it all year, stepping up big in these playoffs so far and coming up with big kills at key moments. we feed off of it, no doubt. And then, when the kill is done and you try to roll them over 5-on-5 and put some heat on their D again, and again, the offensive zone, it does impact the momentum of the game. And so they've been great, and we expect them to continue to be great.
Okay, so this is where I guess I got to issue the obligatory, hey, it's only 2 games. All the Avalanche have done is protect home ice. The series doesn't start until a home team loses, blah, 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 blah. But, boy, we talked about this after Game 1, the idea that Game 1 had to be real frustrating for the Wild because while they have a lot of skill and while that skill was on display and while they were playing their game and willing to skate to skate with the Avs, at the end of the day, it had to be kind of sobering that they put the best of the Wild out there and it still wasn't good enough. So how would they respond? And I thought that Mark Messier and PK Subban, especially after the second period, they ripped the Wild. Subban especially said, quote, "This doesn't feel like a playoff game. Minnesota's not creating anything. They're not getting a big save. They're not moving their feet." And then Messier, he said what we were talking about. He said, quote, "The Wild seem caught between styles, trying to be more defensive-minded. It's not their game, and as a result, they're caught back on their heels. They're afraid to take a penalty because their penalty kill is so bad, and the goaltending switch hasn't worked." So they're a team that you always talk about all the time, Mark. You got to have an identity. Well, They played to their identity in Game 1. It wasn't enough. They flipped goaltenders. They tried to play a different style, and they weren't able to do it. And it was really, really evident.
Yeah.
How much they were struggling trying to adapt.
Right. And even when they got a bunch of chances, the one power play, I think it was in the second period, where they got like 6 shots on goal and Wedgie stopped them all. He was incredible. Like the level of frustration that Wedgie created for them on their own power play had to just be, it had to be palpable on their own bench. Like, what do we got to do to get a puck past this guy? I like you got to have an identity. You got to go with the one that brought you. That they always say that. And I think it's a great point by Messier. Is you're caught between 2 styles, man. You don't have a chance. Like this Avalanche. I heard Levy talk about it. Was it Levy that talked about it, or was Scott Van Pelt after the game goes, "This Avalanche team is a wagon"? And I thought about you. They are, man. They are unbelievable, unstoppable right now.
No, they're playing great. You got to finish it off, though. We've seen great starts to series that haven't turned out so great for teams. Things happen throughout the course of a season. Series. So need to finish this series off. I think when I look at what's going on there with Minnesota. So what do they do now? See, here's the problem with pulling the plug on your goalie after Game 1. Now what do you do? Who do you go with in Game 3? And so if you go back to the Game 1 starter, now you're saying, hey, well, that was a mistake we made. They're trying to get a spark and making a change going into Game 2. If you stick with the game in the starter in Game 2. What are you telling the guy that carried you through the other series against Dallas? So I think that's the issue with after one game. And I know they during the regular season you're kind of going back and forth, but now what do you do heading into Game 3? They're a mess right now. They are a mess right now, but it's up to Colorado to go to Minnesota and get one. You got to get one in Minnesota because things can flip quickly. Momentum can change quickly in a series.
Yeah, when Jared Bednar was talking before the playoffs started about the idea that the goalie tandem worked for us during the regular season, and I'm okay with it into the playoffs, and we were all kind of like, ooh, do you really want to do that? And I think you're seeing on full display because, first of all, I didn't buy the reason that was given for taking Wallstedt out of the lineup after Game 1 was, well, he's a young player, he's a rookie, and he's tired. He was tired because he's never played this many playoff games in a row. BS. That was not about because the guy was tired. It was because by the end of Game 1, the dude looked literally shell-shocked out there. So the idea was, okay, we can't trust him, so now we'll go to Gustafsson, who actually played and started more games for Minnesota this year, but he hadn't played since April 13th, and he didn't look strong at all. When you have again, Subban and Messier, and they're like, you got to get a save. I mean, they're not getting the save right now. And when they were talking about keys to getting back into the game, like, well, they got to get a save. So Minnesota, you played that card just 2 games into the series. Now what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah,
do you stay with this guy? Do you go back to the other guy because now he's rested? I mean,
I think you got to go back.
I think you do.
Yeah, you got a mess going on. Just a mess.
Yeah, you really do. I think you do have to go back. But I mean, how many days of rest do you need to bounce back after a game? I'm tired. I mean, it's the playoffs. How are you tired?
That was a convenient excuse.
He was still
covering for
being
his guy.
pampered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't come out and go, hey, man, my goalie looked completely rattled and shell-shocked
Right.
by the end of game 1. I can't put him out there.
The only
in game
guy
2.
that can do that is Vic Fangio. He's not mentally ready to play this game, even though he's cleared. Like, they need Vic Fangio on the case.
So let's
They're
pivot.
young men, and they have urges.
Let's pivot here. So Ryan Blackburn, who covers the Nuggets and does a great job day and night on the road, at home for Mile High Sports Report, he wrote this, and this is going to gain more momentum. He writes, it was an open secret at the 2026 NBA trade deadline that the first priority for the Denver Nuggets organization was to duck the luxury tax. And this has been an ownership group that in the past has been willing to go past the first apron of luxury tax, which to their credit has put them in a pretty select group. I mean, you're only really talking about 8 to 10 teams over the last few years that have been willing to pay the tax. And when it comes to going into the second apron, which is even more expensive and filled with all kinds of penalties and restrictions, even less. But, guys, we're looking at a situation where, according to all reports, they would like to keep Payton Watson, which I'm on board with 100%. But in order to sign Watson and avoid the luxury tax, they have to move Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, Cam Johnson, or maybe even Christian Brown. Why not just say, hey, for 1 year, we're willing to go into the second apron. We're willing to pay maybe $200 million in luxury tax fines. We're willing to do that because the emphasis is on trying to get another championship out of this core. Does it feel like with one championship already pocketed, it's now more about finances for the Cronkies than going after championships, Mark?
Yeah, it's interesting, and it does feel that way. And I said this a couple of weeks ago. They're gonna roll down like the Green Bay Packers with Favre and Aaron Rodgers. You're telling me that great team with great quarterbacks, all-time quarterbacks, were able to win one championship apiece? If you walk away from this thing with Joker being the best player on the planet, back-to-back-to-back MVPs, probably should have a fourth or a fifth, and you come away with one championship, it just feels like you wasted a generational talent by not winning more championships. It just feels like the organization has let one of the greatest players on the planet that we've ever witnessed down. And, yeah, it does feel that way. It does.
What are y'all Mike, you said $200 million tax? Or did you just make that up?
No, when you start looking at like a dollar for dollar type
Who wants
tax,
to pay that? I mean, are you kidding me? No.
Wait,
We're not going to pay $200 million to keep Payton Watson. Does that guarantee you a championship? If it guarantees you a championship, okay. Did you see that team play? You think just adding Payton Watson, they're gonna win another championship? So let's pay $200 million to sign. No, y'all, what? Come on, guys, come on. I leave y'all for a few days, and now y'all start acting crazy again. No, that's just ridiculous.
Well,
no one wants to pay $200 million tax. Just, hey, figure it out. Move some guys. Be creative. You can still keep Payton Watson, but they need to flip this roster over. And then also, I think the thing that's, it's not just the money. There's a lot of other penalties that you get by going into the second apron. So, I don't want to go into the second apron.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to defend him. It could be done. After the Celtics won their championship a couple years ago, they ran it back and went into that second apron, and they were paying everybody. I mean, they were paying everybody.
How did it work out for him, Mike?
Well, Jason Tatum got hurt,
well,
and
yeah,
then
so
what
it didn't work out well.
No,
for
it didn't work out. And then after he got hurt, Then they were like, okay, we're looking at a year in which we're probably not going to be a contender, and they moved to get back underneath that second apron. But they went for it. They went for it, and they weren't afraid to spend the money because they felt they were in a championship window. Now, if this is the Kroenkes saying, hey, we've already decided we're no longer in a championship window, okay. But if it's a case of we still think we have a core that can win, but we have to shave a guy out of it because we don't want to pay the tax, well, then that's different, Stoke. That's different.
See, I think Stokley is right, and I agree with him in this. It's not about just Payton Watson. I'm saying clear whoever you need to clear. You have to become mentally tougher. That's my number one priority. And number two, you got to become more athletic. And so if that means going after, moving some guys and bringing in other guys that are going to help you compete against the San Antonios, against the Minnesotas, against the Thunder, well, then I'm all for going into that tax cap or luxury tax situation. But like to Stokes' point, you're not a Payton Watson. Payton Watson playing in that series against Minnesota does not increase your mental toughness, and it does not increase you athletically enough to have you win a series.
Let's see, Stoke, what this offseason is about. Is it the kind of moves that make you believe that they're making basketball moves or they're making financial moves?
Well, I think it's about both. I don't think the solution is just giving Payton Watson a contract and just saying, all right, let's run this thing back and take a $200 million luxury tax hit. I think that's ridiculous. I think there's other things that
It's not your money. It's not your money. What are you worried about?
Who wants to do that?
Why not?
They're
worth billions
that.
of dollars. They got a sports empire. Are you? They're supposedly basketball guys, and winning championships matter to them. So what's $200 million in luxury tax penalties? Who cares? Are you trying to win or not?
No, what?
Wow,
Okay.
I didn't realize you were all of a sudden protecting the Kroenkes.
Did you lose
bottom line?
Did you lose money to the old guys that
the
you
old
golfed
guys-
against? Did you lose money?
All those.
I actually won. I came back with a brand new shirt that they had to buy me, and my Venmo just got a little bit bigger, grew a little bit.
I was worried. All those pops you have to give, would that end up costing you?
I was gonna have you.
I rose to the challenge.
I was gonna have you bet on the Avs for me last night.
Ooh,
Yeah,
well, you should have.
You do have your little slush fund.
I know.
Because guess what?
What?
Guess what I did?
What'd you do?
I took the Avs over 3.5 goals, and I took the Avs minus 1.5. So, bam and bam. Me and my man Scrappy Will Peterson were talking about it yesterday when I went to go pick up my unit, my radio unit to do it down here in the basement, and so that's I went back to back. I forgot about you got a little slush fund with me, Mark.
Yeah.
Jeez, you'd think with all your winnings, you maybe could have hired somebody to drive you into work this morning. Coming up next. I see all your game cracks. I see you and I raise you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, coming up next, just how big of a hole have the Avs dug for the Wild in just 2 games? We'll tell you coming up next.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at the Low T Center. Low T Center, the original TRT clinic, has helped countless men across the United States get their lives back through high-quality testosterone therapy. It sets the standards that other clinics are still trying to measure up to. Low T Center has been highlighted for having the highest quality testosterone on the market. They only use pharmaceutical-grade testosterone cypionate, never compounded. That's testosterone that's going to get into your body and create the effects you want. So if you're feeling tired, you're feeling grumpy, you're lacking motivation, you're not getting gains in the gym, you just don't feel yourself, hey, man, go check out my friends at the Low T Center. And I'm telling you, their board-certified experts are the best in the business, asking the right questions and making sure you have all the answers for your experience there at the Low T Center. They also have the peptides, the GLP-1s, everything to get you back on track and get you back to feeling your best in this 2026 season coming into the summer. So check them out at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Strong delegation.
Somebody's got to be in charge.
Someone has to be the parent.
Somebody has to be the parent, and I just put my foot down.
Proper hydration.
I'm reminded today of my boy Stokley, who I like to refer to as Fluids.
And trust in your teammates.
There was a lot of doubters. There was a lot of haters.
Never any doubt.
A lot of doubt from the guys that know you best, that work with you.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
On this Wednesday hump day, as we celebrate the Avs' victory over the Wild that put them up 2-0 in this series. Avs now a glittering 6-0 in these playoffs. Yes, they are a wagon right now. We do have Stoke back, and he is back, but he's broadcasting from the basement.
Bad conditions. Bad conditions. That's all I got to say.
Bad conditions. But there
Horrible.
is a bonus to this. There is an absolute silver lining to this if you're willing to do something for us, Stoke, okay? Because you're from the basement and because you're still on our Denver Sports YouTube channel, there is a camera on you. We have been getting all kinds of requests.
Cody requests.
For people to see Cody.
Oh, my God. Oh.
So can you, during one of the breaks, bring Cody downstairs, hold him if he'll allow you to, and show him to all of us who'd love to see him
I don't want you to
on
lose
camera.
I don't want you to lose a finger, Stoke.
You may get peed on, but hey, cost of doing business.
That's right. I'll do it for the people.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'm a man of the people.
Yeah.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah.
They want to see Cody. They will see Cody here. Let's say at 8:30.
8:30. If you could bring Cody, this will completely validate you doing the show from home.
I got to tell you that the separation for Cody and I that we had, when I was gone for the 5 or 6 days, when I came back yesterday, right now the bond is tight. I mean, he is loving me. We've got such a great connection. And so I think we're going to be able to build off of that moving forward. So I think it was good to kind of get away from each other for a little bit. But now that I'm back, the bond is stronger than ever.
You know what they say? Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yes,
so I think you guys, I think that was probably a good break for the two of you.
Exactly.
All right, 8:30. 8:30.
Yep. I'm looking forward.
We get to see Cody. I've never seen Cody.
I haven't either.
No.
Middle of the hour.
Middle of the hour.
Middle of the
8:30.
hour.
Yes. Yes, bottom of the hour, middle of the hour, top of the middle, whatever. That's coming up at 8:30, all right, a time we all know. The Avalanche do get the win, and would you call it a dominant performance, guys? I just thought it was just a real solid, connected, really wire-to-wire type performance that at no point did I ever feel like, especially when you saw that Wedgwood was on his game in a way that Gustafsson was not, and that the Avalanche had the obvious advantage in goal as well. It just, to me, it never felt like the Avs were any danger at all, and all I saw was a Minnesota team that got increasingly frustrated as the game went along, with the realization settling in that we can't match these guys. We can't beat these guys.
Yeah, I think from a skill standpoint, I think the other thing for me was just a toughness standpoint. I mean, McKinnon throwing some shots. I just was like, I think Brock Nelson had a big check across the middle. Like, there was a toughness and an attitude that the Avs came with. And again, they adhered to what they are. They're an incredibly talented hockey club, as we all know, but defensively, they tightened their stuff up. Wedgwood was great. I just thought they were dominant. And then on the offensive side, their ability to create chances and their ability to finish those chances just was pretty amazing.
Yeah, no, it was a fun game. I'm always nervous, especially after watching game one. You're up 3-0. And then all of a sudden you look up and it's 3-3. You get the lead back, and then you lose the lead altogether, and you're down 5-4. So it can happen quickly. We saw it in game one. So although they were dominating, they never got that 3-goal lead there until late. And then you look up, and if they get one on you and it's a 1-goal lead, anything can happen. So. But obviously the way that they played, and they tightened some things up, some of the mistakes that they made in game one, and Wedgwood was awesome. I mean, he was just so good after giving up that first goal early. And the rest of the guys, you could tell they responded the right way after not playing as well and being as sharp as they should have been in game one.
See, this was the problem, Stoke, with you missing yesterday's show while you were hanging out at the Spirit Airlines gate waiting for your flight. Mark and I... You would have felt a lot more relaxed about game two, because Mark and I laid it out perfectly for everybody yesterday when we said, hey, history is about to repeat itself, because when the Avalanche a couple of years ago on their way to the Cup beat Edmonton in game one of the Western Conference Finals 8-6, it was like, oh my goodness, is this the way it's going to be? And it's just going to be an offensive fireworks show. And then the next game, they came out and were completely different, tightened everything down, disciplined, ended up winning that game 4-0. And we talked about yesterday how don't be surprised if history repeats itself coming off that 9-6 game, that the Avalanche come back in game two with a much more disciplined defensive game, and they did. So for those of us here yesterday we were actually very confident that the Avs would not only
It
be able
didn't
to
start off
play
so
that
good.
style and keep that style going.
Mike picked them 4-1. I picked them 5-1, 5-2. So,
and when it was 3-1 there, I was thinking, ooh, okay, we're in play here.
What did y'all two geniuses think after they scored that first goal and gave up a goal? I don't know what 20 seconds later.
6 seconds later.
6 seconds later when they just blew the assignment.
Fluke. That's immediately what I thought. That's a fluke.
Those were the kind of things that were happening in game one.
Yeah,
also,
but then it became quickly apparent after that was just Like
I think
said,
Wedgwood just
it was
stepped
an
up.
aberration.
Because Minnesota did have some good opportunities there, especially late in the first to tie it up, and they just couldn't get one past Wedgwood.
I thought he'd be the first star. He ended up being the second star, and you know how I feel about the Stars program, but I thought he should have been the first star.
Who,
I thought
the first star, McKinnon?
McKinnon.
I was watching McKinnon last night, guys, and I couldn't help but to think about myself.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Yeah.
No, do tell.
No, I'm not joking
I give you
around.
credit, Stoke. This is normally something I expect from Stink, but go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I was watching him, and I'm like, look at this guy. What is he doing early? He's just distributing. He's getting everyone else involved. It's not about him.
Mm-hmm.
He's being Jokic early, just being a Mr. Assist guy. And he's just doling them out. Gabe wants one, and Nate just here you go. And that's what I used to do for my teammates, DT, Decker, right? Marvin, Reggie, Dallas. Hey, let me help y'all out, okay? But y'all know when it comes time in the fourth, I'm going to have to get mine. And then it's going to be my time to eat. And then you saw McKinnon say, okay, now it's my time to eat, and he put one in the back of the net. So that just reminded me a little bit of myself and my playing days, guys.
Yeah, he reminded me a lot of me in that
you can't take my saying and just
unbelievably
Stoke, hold my beer.
Unbelievably athletic, but then when you decided, hey, it's time to dispense justice, he just was out there knocking fools around.
Oh, Mike, come on. Mark, what? You can't take what I'm saying and then try to flip it and then just say, no. Mike, get control in
This
there.
reminds me of watching Gary Zimmerman and Julian Edelman play.
Whoa,
that's what that reminds me of.
He got that itch to do that.
Slow down.
Let's hear from the guys that got it done. First of all, Nathan McKinnon on how everybody on this team bought in to improve after game one.
The playoffs is so hard to produce, and, I think over the years we've come to realize that you don't have to score a point to help the team out. And, there's a lot of time away from the puck when you don't have it. I think, during the season, you can get a little lazy sometimes, but right now every shift is so important. It might not go perfect, but I just think having the right intent is all you can ask for, yourself and for your teammates, just to have the right intentions out there and put the team first.
That's what I love about the playoffs, guys. What I love about the playoffs is just the little things matter, and the little things are acknowledged, and the stuff that happens during the course of a long grind of a regular season that you maybe kind of overlook, and you get caught looking at the stats and, why isn't this guy doing this? Why isn't this guy doing that? But then all that gets kind of forgotten in the playoffs, and it is about, man, look at the way this guy is laying out and blocking shots. Look at the way this guy is finishing his checks. Look at the way this guy is just sacrificing his body in front of the net, taking sticks to the lower back just to try to make it easier for his teammates to score. It's what I love about the playoffs, where all of a sudden the little things matter. They're acknowledged, they're celebrated, and we all recognize it. You probably
what?
You're going to make some kind of.
No, I know. No, you just
see.
get,
Here you go. Here we go. Let's go defend football. All right.
You get a little.
Go ahead.
You get a little.
I get a little romantic at this time.
You do.
I
heard.
do.
You heard what you heard what McKinnon said. Like, we get during the season, we'll get a little lazy.
Yeah.
The attention to detail. This is again why it's harder to win a world championship in football than it is a Stanley Cup championship in hockey. You get so many more attempts at it, and you're going to have one of those blowout games. Doesn't matter. Whoop-de-doo. We're going to get our stuff back. You get a little too – you romanticize about hockey a little bit. Oh, they took a stick to the back. Oh, it was a big hard check. I just am like, Just settle down.
Yeah, I get a little
I
get a little romantic about it because I recognize that it's the hardest team sport to win a championship in.
It's not.
It is.
Tell him so.
So yeah.
How about the ref taking a punch to the face?
How cool was that, boy? You wanted to. You want proof.
That's hot. I love that, Mark. You got to you got to respect
cool.
that.
That was cool.
You do that. Cool. You do that in football, and you're getting tossed.
Well, you're a little bit
accidental. You know, all those things. It
any
doesn't matter.
sport. You do that in any sport.
Well,
you're tossed,
Stoke, you're a little
suspended.
You're a little sensitive, Stoke, because you didn't get your money's worth when you got ejected.
I know
you got ejected because you just kind of glanced up against the ref and got ejected. That one you got to punch straight to the face.
How cool is that?
I just grazed the guy's finger, and this guy just threw a haymaker to
who was that?
face.
Kelly?
Parker Kelly.
Kelly.
And the ref just didn't miss a beat. He didn't even flinch. He's just like, all right, let's go separate guys.
Right.
And then he got him again with another one, though, late. I love it. And look, during all those scrums, it was great. I love how they mix it up. But, man, usually you don't see a ref just taking a straight to the face like that.
It's almost like the hockey ref at that point is a hockey player, and it's like, oh, I'm not going to penalize this guy.
Yeah.
I'm tough. I can take a shot. Hit me
Exactly.
again.
Yeah,
Hit me again.
Just a good old hard, playoff hockey.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
That part I did think was cool.
That was when I saw it the first time. I'm like, did he just deck the ref or drill the ref? And then they showed the highlight. Wham! Right in the cheek.
So
Nothing.
good.
Nothing.
So good.
Nothing. Just hey, separate. Go your separate ways. Let's calm down, boys. Let's get back to playing hockey. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Hockey's just different, man. Hockey is just different.
That part of it is there's no question it's different, and I dig it.
Yeah,
I think there should be a little bit more. The
Right.
gloves dropping and
right.
But there was a couple of scrums. There's a couple little mix-ups.
You just got to be careful, right? I mean, you don't want to hurt your team in those situations. Obviously, it's the playoffs. There's a fine line to walk, but at the same time, these long series, you got to set the tone, and you got to let the other team know, and the other guys know that, hey, you're not going to just walk all over us. And I think the Avs have done a great job of that.
He had that sequence late where Brent Burns and I'm drawing a blank. Was it Boldy? They just start standing there, just swinging sticks at each other, just like hiya,
Right.
just swinging sticks at each other.
There was a little. Go, but not swinging sticks at each other. See, that's where you get a little bit.
That was swinging.
They kind of were. I got to stick up for Mike here. It was like you.
It was a little.
It wasn't like
weapons, Mark.
It was like swashbuckling, but it was like
it was
fun.
swashbuckling.
Yeah, but it
was
wasn't like
on guard.
I wasn't like taking
a
a bat to somebody. It wasn't like
wow.
Come on, but it's still cool.
It is cool.
Usually you don't see them swing the sticks like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta like the fact that, especially in the playoffs, they just it's just accepted. After a whistle, they're going to be these scrums, and boy, the stuff they let go, punches, cross checks.
Parker Kelly not only hit the ref, but then he went back for was it Bondi that he hit, or who was the guy that
Boldy?
Yes.
Yeah, and then and they're like, nothing to see here. Move on, boys.
Right,
No penalties assessed.
Just dropped him.
Yeah,
just dropped
him.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Love it. Well, yeah, and the Avs are the more physical team. They're hitting. Their special teams has been outstanding. No, they're firing on all cylinders right now, and Gabe Landeskog enjoying it.
It's what you play for. It's what you think about, through the dog days of the season. It's what you think about when you're training in the off season. This is what it comes down to. So I think it's just about just leaving it all out there, really.
By the way, how about this for a stat? The Avs are the ultimate closers in the NHL. They get you down, they finish you off. 45-0 now when leading after two periods.
Isn't that crazy? 45-0
45-0
and 0-0. No,
and 0-0.
Yeah. 45-0-0.
Right.
Because you know how you get points and the overtime things, Stoke. We've talked about this a lot.
Some of those I think do include overtime wins, shootout wins.
It just said,
but they've never lost a game.
45-0-0. I know. I mean, if they would.
You sure it said 45-0-0 or just 45-0?
It was on the broadcast last night. It was 44-0-0.
Okay, well then, if that's the way they put it out, then that does not include overtime. Then even overtime wins.
Okay, I don't. That's what they had up.
I saw
the
stat at the end. It said 45-0.
at the end.
Which
but
is just
during the
remarkable.
broadcast, it was a 45-0-0, I believe.
That's just remarkable. I don't care what stat it is, Mark. I don't care if there's 2 O's or just 1 O, right? I couldn't believe it when I saw that stat. Like, that's got to be some kind of record.
Yeah.
How could you not have lost one game all year long heading into the third with a lead?
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
That's crazy.
That's 45 wins? Are you
killer.
serious?
That's
that's remarkable. That's got to
is
be some
killer
kind of
instinct.
record.
Yeah.
I wonder what the record is on something like that. They got a stat
Mike
for
can do
everything.
that research for us tonight at the kitchen table.
I'll do that.
Oh, that's
I'll
a
do
good
that.
call.
Thank you.
I'll do that. But you guys know from playing, you can tell, right? I'm sure you found yourself in that situation where you're like, you know what? It doesn't matter how hard we play, what kind of adjustments we make. These guys are just better than us. You know it, right? You come to that realization.
Sure.
Did you sense that at all watching Minnesota as that game went along? The realization settling in that we can't beat these guys.
I didn't, Mark. I didn't because, you saw game one, what happened when they got behind. They have a lot of heart. They have a lot of fight. They got they're a really good hockey team. And they had some great opportunities, to really get back in the game, to tie the game. But Wedgwood was just too good in that game last night. So, but I didn't have the sense to where they're just like, oh, the Avs are just so much better than us. We just, obviously the Avs are great, and Minnesota obviously just couldn't, get the puck in the net there, but they did have some good opportunities. So I don't think this series is over by any means, where it's just going to be a wrap. You got to go out there and you got to play some good hockey to steal one in Minnesota. But I didn't have that feeling during the game.
Yeah, I think Minnesota's still. I think they're still incredibly talented. I worry goaltending wise. You got to feel like, man, we're in trouble here. I think you have to feel like you're in trouble, but you got to play. You got to play your game. You got to play the style. They were able, even in that shootout that they played in game one, they were able to erase a 3-goal deficit, come back and have a 5-4 lead. So I think you got to lean back into that and say, hey, man, if we're going to win this, we're going to have to win a shootout. Maybe we can't do it, but we're certainly not going to win a defensive.
Yeah, but I think it's frustrating
game
for them because, and Mark Messier talked about this in between the second and third periods, that both teams said the same thing after game one. Whew. That was wild. That was fun, but that's not a sustainable model to win this series and certainly to win a Stanley Cup. Both teams said we got to be tighter defensively. And Minnesota backed it up even further by switching their goaltender. And the Avalanche showed seamlessly, going from game one to game two, that they could adjust, that they could tighten up, and they could go out and still play confidently and comfortably and win a game. Minnesota did not look comfortable trying to downshift. They did not, to the point where after the second period, you got PK Subban saying, this doesn't even feel like a playoff game. And that's not the Avs' fault. It's Minnesota's fault. They're lacking energy. He kept saying, they got to move their feet. They got to move their feet. They got to create more. And Messier followed up by saying they look like a team that is caught between styles. He said trying to be a more defensive-minded team, but that's not their game, and as a result, they look like they're caught back on their heels. The Avalanche were able to downshift without looking like they were on their heels. Minnesota tried to downshift and looked really uncomfortable in the process.
But that's been the way. The Avs, they talk about on the broadcast all the time, the metrics, the defensive metrics, the best defensive team in hockey. And, and that is the way they play, which has led to, they've just got sublime skill.
Which is why I asked the question, deep down, does Minnesota feel like we're in real trouble here? Because we tried playing our game. We played our game to the nth level in game one, and we lost 9-6.
Yeah.
All right.
How'd that work out?
We'll come back and we'll try it a different way. Look like the Avs can do it, but we struggle with it. So now you're left for a Minnesota team. If Messier's right and you are, quote, caught between styles, what the heck do you do for game three?
Yeah, I don't know what you do for game three, but I had to, in the back of their mind, they know. Come on. They know, and they knew coming into this, the Avs are a better team, more talented team. So now you're going to have to figure out, a strategy to slow things down to almost like the Kings did, just to mess up the middle of the ice rink so there's no space, there's no room, it just is.
But that's the Kings game. That's
Right.
all they know.
I understand
They wear that identity like a second skin. This isn't Minnesota. So that's why
I understand. Like that, I'm agreeing with you. I think in the back of their mind, they're like, we're not as good as them.
Yeah.
We know that.
Right.
And when you don't have the personnel to do it, you don't have the goalie to back you up when you try to play that style, it makes it a lot more difficult. And I think that's the thing that's really holding Minnesota back right now is, trying to implement a style is what kind of play are we going to get from our goalie? And so it becomes even more difficult. And then now you look at the Avs taking advantage of opportunities, taking advantage of their power play opportunities, which Minnesota isn't doing. So, Minnesota's in big trouble. They got to figure some things out, but they're not just going to, tap out. So, the Avs got to figure out a way to go get one in Minnesota, which it's not like they're going to overlook Minnesota in the second round and all of a sudden, take them for granted.
3-day break, does that help Minnesota be able to maybe not only get a couple of key guys back, but do they need the break to kind of
get counseling for their goalies?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
and for the Avalanche, do you worry about them losing a little bit of their edge, or are they so locked in?
I'm not worried about the Avs in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Agree. I'm not worried about the Avs. I think it's a good thing for Minnesota, though, kind of be able to take a deep breath, try to figure some things out. But I'm not worried about the Avs all of a sudden. I mean, they had that week off pretty much, and they didn't look too rusty, especially offensively in Game 1. So I'm not worried about 3 days off.
Give you a sense of what's coming up here on the show at 8:45. We'll get into some Broncos. ESPN's post-draft power rankings are out. Where do the Broncos show up? And are we getting a little caught up in the so-called steal that the Broncos got with Mr. Irrelevant? That's coming up at 8:45. But up next,
we got Cody's first video appearance at 8:30.
Exactly. Coming up next. Listen, if you haven't got involved with our Denver Sports YouTube channel, now is the time. Okay? Denver Sports
log on right now.
YouTube channel.
YouTube.
Find it, subscribe, and get ready because Cody makes his
debut, baby.
YouTube debut coming up next.
The Avalanche, the Wild. Round 2. This is where the real battle begins. Every game gets bigger. Every hit gets harder. Every moment matters more. Our guys are in the locker room. Our shows are locked in on every matchup, every adjustment, and every shift in momentum. On your morning commute, on your lunch break, on your drive home. Our shows have you covered from puck drop to final buzzer and everything in between. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver's playoff headquarters.
Hey, guys, let me ask you a question. You with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery, how about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. Here's the best part. Same-day appointments. That's right. You can do what I did. Start your journey toward pain-free today. They're a phone call away. 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Spine One is a complete medical center for spine care. They've got exams, MRIs, physical therapy, and treatment options all in one facility. And I'm telling you what, their board-certified physicians can give you treatment options for both nagging and debilitating pain. Guys, they changed my life, man. I suffer with excruciating back pain for decades. A couple of short visits to my guys at Spine One, I was doing things I hadn't done in forever. Like I was back playing golf again, back in the gym again. I'm back sleeping through the night again without waking up 6-7 times a night because my back hurt so bad. Hey, listen, they can do it for you as well. Don't live that way any longer. Don't check yourself out of life. Do yourself a favor. Call them. 303-367-2225. Start your journey toward pain-free today. 303-367-BACK. Or find them online at spine1.com.
Get in the zone, out
AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Thanks. Is oil marked down?
Save up to $15 when you buy 5 quarts and a filter.
And fuel treatment?
2 for $9 on Lucas.
Brake pads?
Marked down to free.
Free?
Get free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 Duralast rotors.
That's several markdowns.
For many more miles.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Cecil Lammy here from my friends at SodaDietNutrition.com. Now, 5 years ago, I lost 60 pounds because of soda, and I'm never going back. I've never gained the weight back. I never will, because SodaDietNutrition.com, they taught me how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. It's simply magnificent. I want you to call them up, 866-800-SODA, where you can join soda for a short time to have results that last a lifetime. Soda weight loss is now SodaDietNutrition.com, and you've got to have these guys on your side, because the weight loss journey, it can be tough. There can be struggles. Having a real nutritionist there available via text to help you out with any sort of questions, concerns, sometimes it's just straight up encouragement. It's SodaDietNutrition.com, and there's no mystery pills, mystery injections, any mystery chemicals you're putting in your body. You're doing it the right way. Learn how. Join the program. SodaDietNutrition.com, 866-800-SODA, because SOTA is, say it with me, state of the art.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later on your timeline. No showings, no double moves. Plus, Orchard handles all home repairs for you, attracting buyers. Buy before you sell and get top dollar with Orchard. Visit Orchard.com for your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Max HELOC is a game changer and can lower your bills significantly without affecting your current loan. How much savings depends on your unique situation, but you could borrow $250,000 with a payment option as low as $495 a month. Consolidate your debts and make life a lot easier. We make it easy to save, and you don't need perfect credit either. U.S. Mortgages, and our number says it all, 303 low rate.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126. This segment on 104.3 The Fan's powered by Hellsberg. Shop and store are at hellsberg.com.
Lame excuses. This wasn't worthy of the big board of BS. This was just a mistake on my part.
Armchair therapy.
You feel like you're on edge a little bit today. You in a bad mood? You have a good day?
No,
good
I'm fine. I'm fine.
And grace under pressure.
You know what? Maybe you should do a little research while you're here. That way you can write your next book about a small town. It's pretty, I can't remember what I was supposed to say.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Not going to lie, when I first heard that Stoke was back but was going to be broadcasting from the basement, I was like, really? Come on. How soft can you be? But it's all going to be worth it.
It is.
It's all going to be worth it.
Hey, Coey, look. Look at the camera, bud. Come on. This is your time to shine. This is your debut. Come on, buddy. You got this. My wife's a little bit nervous. I can't lie.
Uh-huh.
So, but here's Cody.
All right,
Cody.
Okay, let's
we're a little bit behind.
We're
here,
a little
right?
bit behind. Let's see. I'm
Okay.
looking at the. I'm looking at the camera right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a little delay.
There's
I
a
think.
little delay.
All right,
we
so
gotta-
Cody's there.
Cody is
All
here.
right, so we're going to catch up here.
Okay.
Oh, look at Cody.
Hi, Cody.
Cody. Look, Cody can wave.
I got to admit, that's not how I pictured Cody.
Oh, that's exactly how I pictured
is
Cody.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at Cody.
Way to go, Cody.
Like Garrett Bowles. Remember Garrett Bowles and his kid when Garrett Bowles did
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Cody, that's my baby. Okay. I think that's enough for Cody.
Is he nervous about making his
Cody
YouTube
doesn't
debut?
look at the camera because he's looking at the door because he's looking at his mom.
Oh.
So He can't wait to get off my
He
lap
can't wait.
right now.
Has he peed on your lap yet?
I don't think so.
No, you don't
We
feel
will
it?
find out when I get Cody.
How about your shoe when you weren't looking? Did he relieve himself on your shoe? Good job, Cody.
All right.
Cody. Okay, go see your mom.
All right, there goes Cody.
Go
Look
see
at
your
that.
mom.
Look at that. Oh, man. Now we all know what Cody looks like.
Very
so
handsome.
here we go. Oh, look
Cody-
at that.
Cody's very handsome.
Just kind of held him up like
Yeah.
Simba right there.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's right. Like you were sitting on Pride Rock right there. Everything the sun touches is yours, Cody. You know, that type of thing.
That's right. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Thank you to Mrs. S. I know she was very nervous about this, but Cody killed it.
Did we lose, Stoke? What happened?
I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Good.
Oh, the
yeah.
reaction's coming in.
Yeah. It's
Cody, he's so cute. You guys need to be nice to him moving forward.
Hey,
Hart-
Cody is a big Broncos fan, by the way. We got Cody a Broncos jersey, and so he wears his jersey for game day, and he's a big Broncos fan.
Getting some more reaction. Doesn't look like a cold-blooded killer.
Looks can be deceiving.
Yes. Cody, the GOAT. I'm honestly shocked Cody is this vicious. Doesn't look like it.
Oh, yeah. He can turn it on in a heartbeat, though.
He actually looks exactly how I imagined.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a wiry little dog.
Yeah.
Those are the dogs you got to worry about.
He's a little bigger than I thought he was. I thought
Yeah?
he was a little smaller than that.
Yeah, I don't know, about, 13, 14 pounds?
Yeah, but he looks a little longer than I.
13, 14 pounds, just wiry. Twisted steel.
Coiled fury.
Yeah, coiled fury. Oh, man, he'll go after you.
All right. Well, that was awesome. You know what, Stoke?
It was worth it.
All is forgiven.
Yeah.
That
Good,
was
good.
worth it right
Trying
there.
to get back in the good
That
graces of
that
y'all.
was worth it. That was worth it. So
Stokley coming up with that. Great job.
guys, when I saw this, I honestly, my first thought was this has got to be like one of those parody accounts. You know, this has got to be one of those like NBA Central or, you know, like this is like flat out, straight out of like The Onion. You know, I thought that's what this was when I saw this quote that was attributed to Christian Brown. And I was like, all right, let me check this out a little bit more because this can't be an actual quote. Turns out it was. Christian Brown talking to Bennett Durando of the Denver Post. Quote, I just think I'm the leader of this team. I'm the vocal leader of this team. And when we don't play well as a whole, you can blame whatever you want. You can blame anything. But I didn't play well enough as an individual, and I didn't have this team ready enough to play in a tough series. So we'll be better. I'll be better. I'm looking forward to next year when we can respond. Guys, what's worse? The fact that may be true or the fact that he actually thinks that?
Dude, I mean, one, I think the fact that it may be true is worse. like I'm the one that's got to be the vocal leader on this team. I'm the one that's got to get this team ready to play. And, man, like, we'll respond going forward. You had, how many games did you have to respond to McDaniels?
Oh,
you
that
had
came up
that
after
game.
game
You had
two.
game 3, you had game 4,
Yeah.
you had game 5, and you had game 6, and you didn't respond in those. I mean, how much more time do you need an offseason to respond?
I think they need 4 or 5 more games to respond.
Oh, my.
If they only had
Stokley.
4 or 5 more games,
4 or 5
Christian
more.
Brown's leadership would have shined through.
I got to tell you, so strong segment. First, the presentation of Cody was remarkable.
Yep.
Especially when you held him up like Pride Rock.
Yes.
That was
Simba-esque.
big. Yeah.
I got nervous when I did that
Yeah.
because that could be a situation where Cody just snaps around and attacks.
Right, goes after the jugular vein.
That's right.
He was a little too nervous, though, because the camera, mama standing on the side.
That would have been a viral moment.
Oh, my gosh. Could you imagine blood squirting all over the place? Stokely just grabbing his neck.
Cody
would've
just clinging to the carotid artery.
Yeah. All stiff, his legs, all 4 legs just out. His like neck veins popping out of Cody. That would have been awesome. Yeah.
Look, Mark, no, but seriously, this is crazy to me. I like, how is Christian Brown like a leader of that team. I mean, what are we doing here? I don't understand that.
Why?
Like, it's his job to get them ready to play?
Yeah, that's
Christian Brown's job to get Jokic and Murray and, I mean, those guys ready to play? I don't understand what he was saying. I mean, just say he played bad, man. We know he's not the leader of that team. I mean, there's no chance he's the leader of that team. So just say, we know he played terrible and he needs to play better, but that's when you don't have a head coach. I mean, what's a head coach doing here? It's his job to get the team ready to play. So that's a head scratcher. I think, I mean, does Christian really believe that he's the vocal leader of that team?
Well, in fairness to him, as insane a comment as that is, in fairness, there has to be something there. There's got to be some smoke in terms of there isn't that much there in terms of vocal leadership from these other guys that could give him some reason to believe that he is the vocal leader. I don't think this thing was made up completely out of thin air in his mind.
I don't know. Some people are. I'm not saying he is, but I mean, Mark, you've had a lot of teammates. Some teammates are delusional.
Yeah.
They just like, hey, seriously, buddy, like really. But so I'm not saying that this is one of those situations. But you tell me this. We've watched a lot of Nuggets games, right? When have you ever seen Christian Brown out there? Now, he'll talk smack and he'll yell and he'll get fired up, but when have you ever seen him, like, be a leader out on the court and bring the guys together and be that type of leader, be a vocal leader? I've never seen that once.
Is this – I mean, I haven't either, Stoke. I completely agree with you. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors. When they huddle up as guys, does he – I can't imagine him hey, guys, let's huddle up now. Let's get out there and let's do whatever. But I keep looking at this. I can't help but look at this and say, what is Adelman doing? Like, if you feel like I've got to be the voice of the Nuggets because we don't have, like, Jokic is quiet, Murray's not that guy, and our head coach doesn't do it, like, that is a serious issue for the Denver Nuggets going forward.
Okay, we'll see where this goes from here. It figures to be a fascinating offseason. This is not going to be the Broncos and Sean running it back. Up next, speaking of the Broncos, ESPN has done their post-draft power rankings. Ooh, we love those power rankings. Want to know what the football world thinks of our Broncos? We'll tell you next.
Let's run it back.
The Nuggets need a fresh spark. So why bring back David Adelman? After another postseason full of issues, confusing rotations, and tough questions, Denver doubles down on its original mistake. Is this loyalty or lack of imagination? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, professional athletes, they're paid to play through pain. You're not a pro athlete. You're a regular dude who shouldn't have to grind your teeth every day to deal with consistent joint pain. QC Kinetics has helped thousands of people around Colorado with that annoying, sometimes debilitating pain in their knees, hips, back, or shoulders. They do it with their groundbreaking regenerative treatments. It's an all-natural way to dealing with joint pain. Using your own body's natural healing properties applied directly to that aching joint, renewing and restoring the joint to the point you enjoy lasting relief. And I want to stress, this is all natural. No drugs, no steroids, and best of all, no surgery with the long recovery that comes along with it. Summertime in Colorado, it's the best. These treatments with QC Kinetics can get you back to hiking, biking, playing golf, playing pickleball, even something routine that you haven't been able to do, like going for a walk or playing with your kids or grandkids. Schedule your free consultation with QC Kinetics. Call 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986. They got locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd. To the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Hey, guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Colorado Fat Loss. Hey, guys, before you start thinking about GLP-1s and all that nonsense, listen, they've got a program for you. Their doctor-developed program helps men and women lose 20 to 40 pounds in just 60 days, safe and naturally, no injections, no synthetic hormones, no long-term dependence. Guys, they reached out to me 8 weeks ago and said, would you be willing to try out the program? And I said, listen, man, I am fat. There is no question. I would love to lose some weight, down 30 pounds in 8 weeks, and it was easy. The way they do it is, number one, they've got a great app. You record your weight every day, what you eat every day. It'll even warn you, hey, man, that's not on the prescribed list of foods that you can eat for vegetables or fruits or whatever the case may be. It is awesome. It is easy. You can also reach out to your nutritionist every single day if you want, and you can get feedback doing that as well. And I'm telling you what, they use real food, real proteins, fish, chicken, steak, vegetables, fruits to reset your metabolism, control your hunger, and burn fat, not muscle. Down 30 pounds in 8 weeks. It was easy, guys. For more information, check them out at coloradofatloss.com. That's coloradofatloss.com.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 16th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 16th. We'll see you there.
Get a $15 O'Reilly gift card after rebate when you buy 5 quarts of Mobil 1 full synthetic motor oil at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Free your team from time-consuming procurement tasks. Discover smart business buying where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Stoke here for ROX Rocks Heating and Air. It's no secret, the price of HVAC equipment is going to increase this summer. May is one of the best times of the year to buy a new HVAC system. Be ready for a hot, hot summer and get the best prices of the season. Finance a new HVAC system for $200 a month or get 0% interest only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Job shaving.
You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver.
Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies. Of
course.
So make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
The only thing that football fans love more than mock drafts leading up to the draft are the power rankings after the draft is over, after the moves have been made. How do the experts rate the teams in the NFL? ESPN came out with their post-draft NFL power rankings. I know you guys haven't looked at this, So I'm confident.
That's a big surprise.
I'm confident in asking both of you, where do you think the Broncos come in? Mark,
Sean Payton, this is on you. Make us happy.
Yeah.
Wait, question real quick. I mean, but they're not throwing Waddle in there.
Yes, they are.
They are.
This is
everything.
Well, yes, they're including, post draft, all the moves that have been made post draft, or at least up to the draft, and now this stage of the offseason. What are the NFL power rankings with all the moves that have been made?
All the moves that have been made. So you would have to think that the Broncos probably not in the top 5 power rankings. I wouldn't think roster-wise.
Give me a number.
I'm going to say the Broncos are sitting at 9.
9 times. How about you, Stoke?
Wait, okay, so I'm trying to figure this game out. So are we doing this out of 32 teams?
This is out of 32 teams, NFL power rankings. This now takes into account where we are to this point in the offseason.
Free agents. Stokely a little rattled right now. I think maybe Cody bit him on the way out.
Maybe.
Are you all right?
Or maybe Lil P.
Yeah.
He's a little wet right now.
Yeah.
No, this counts everything that's happened since the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Free agent moves, trades, cuts, and now the draft.
Okay. I'm gonna go a little bit higher than 9. I'm gonna go 14.
You guys are both quite a ways off. 3rd.
Wow.
3rd.
3rd?
Behind only Seattle
and the Rams.
So they have them as the top team in these rankings in the AFC. Here's what, and Jeff Legwold, our guy Leggy, did the write-up for the Broncos. He said, quote, in an offseason that saw the Broncos re-sign 17 of their 21 unrestricted, restricted, and exclusive rights free agents, the big swing for Jalen Waddle was their desired move after a quarter of their drives ended in 3-and-outs last season. The hope is Waddle also unlocks the deep part of the field for quarterback Bo Nix, who had a 39% completion rate on attempts of 20 or more yards last season.
Wow. Yeah, 3rd. That surprises me a little bit about 3rd.
Yeah.
I mean, because you still don't know exactly what this passing game is going to be. Waddle certainly is a guy, Stoke, that we've talked about from a route running standpoint, from an explosiveness standpoint, that brings you a lot. Still have big question marks about the tight end situation, the middle of the football field, and still have some legit running back questions. J.K. Dobbins' health, R.J. Harvey, 3rd down back, obviously Coleman coming in from Washington as a draft. I love that move, but I still think there's some questions roster-wise about this group. Do you?
What's the question?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously there's some questions, but I think it's a really good group. I just didn't think that the people doing this would put that much respect on what the Broncos have done. And I do. I love the Waddle signing. I think that's going to be a home run. I love a lot of these other moves they've made, but to be 3rd on that list, I think is great. That's awesome.
Curious about the other teams in the division?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because everyone's been talking up KC. KC's back.
Yeah.
This was a 1-year pause. Hit the pause button. NFL, watch out.
Can we guess?
Chiefs are back. Go ahead.
Can we guess?
Watch out.
I'm going to say KC is like what Stokely said, around 14.
Yeah, I'll say I'm right there with you because, they lost both their starting cornerbacks. Yeah. Now, they made a move in the draft and went up and got their top cornerback, but they lost both their starters there. Kelsey coming back. I'll say 15.
12.
Okay.
And Stink, I know you're just dying. You've kept your emotions in check, but I know you're just dying.
I'm actually going to go with
I'm like, please be top 10. Please be top 10. Please be top 10.
14.
14. All right.
So 3 for the Broncos, 12 for the Chiefs, 14 for the Chargers.
What about y'all's Raiders? Your Raiders, Evans.
Yeah. Where are they at?
Well, The NFL would be better off if the Raiders were good.
They won free agency and the draft. They got an A in the draft, and they won free agency. How far have they climbed?
Proof that don't be too excited about winning the offseason. The Raiders come in at 28th out of 32. Only ahead of Arizona, Cleveland. But Cleveland's got their franchise quarterback.
They got Shador.
The Jets and Miami.
Yeah, but so tell me, I mean, I am confused by the Raiders being that high on the list because everyone told me, that's what everyone says, is they had a great free agency, and then they bring back Crosby, and then everyone says they had a great draft. So that doesn't make sense to me then, to put them at 28.
Yeah, they should be more like, 18, 16, maybe somewhere in there. And then what if Brady comes back to play quarterback for him? Could you imagine?
Fernando Mania. We got a new form of Fernando Mania.
Yeah. Brady just grooming Fernando. Look at my guns, Fernando.
That would be fun. That would be just Kirk Cousins' luck.
Right?
He goes there and he thinks he's gonna mentor, wink wink, get a chance to start, and here comes Brady.
You like that? You like that?
Brady's not being subtle, by the way. He's showing the workout pictures and everything like that. He's not being subtle.
He just wants attention. He's not playing. I mean, he can't play. They won't let him play.
I guarantee you, he came out. Well, if he has, he'd have
He's
to.
asked about it.
He'd have to sell. I think he'd have to sell his shares, right?
He's not going to do that.
Why not? You get him back probably with another sweetheart deal.
Give it to one of his kids.
That's the only sweetheart deal you're going to get. So I think that's a wrap on it. I mean, if he wasn't a part of maybe the Raiders organization ownership, then maybe so, but not anymore.
Coming up next, the Avs sitting pretty at 2-0 after their win last night. Big question, how did they make such a drastic improvement on defense from Game 1 to Game 2? That's next.
The Colorado Avalanche put on a clinic, controlling every inch of the ice from start to finish. Speed, precision, relentless pressure define their game as they powered past the Wild with authority. 5 goals, terrific goaltending, and a defense that refused to bend. That was dominance in every sense. The Avalanche skate away with a decisive 5-2 victory, and just like that, they seize a commanding 2-0 series lead. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, Denver's playoff headquarters.
Hey guys, I see you. I hear you. I know what you're trying to do, and I respect it. All those so-called solutions to stopping your hair loss, you probably tried some of them without much success. There is a way to get your hair back, same way I did, and that's with Advanced Hair Restoration. They do a quick and easy one-day hair loss solution that's completely all natural, using your own hair, put exactly where you want it. Your own hair starts regrowing the very next day, and it's even guaranteed to grow. No magic, no gimmicks, just real science, the latest technology, and legendary Dr. Tanya Pauls and her all-star team. It was Dr. Pauls who did my hair 20 years ago. You could not be in better hands. Back then, I had basically accepted my receding hairline was there to stay and would only get worse. I was skeptical about whether this would work, but I agreed to do it. And boy, am I glad I did. My hair came back, continues to grow 2 decades later. For a limited time, get a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancehair.com. That's advancehair.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Thanks. Is oil marked down?
Save up to $15 when you buy 5 quarts and a filter.
And fuel treatment?
2 for $9 on Lucas.
Brake pads?
Marked down to free.
Free?
Get free Duralast brake pads when you buy 2 Duralast rotors.
That's several markdowns.
For many more miles.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 16th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 16th. We'll see you there.
Hello?
Hey sis, got a sec?
Yeah, what's up?
Take a look at the picture I just sent you.
I'm walking into Hellsburg and want to get Mom something special for Mother's Day.
Yeah, she's done so much for us this year. Let's see. Diamond pendant. Oh, she'd love this.
Great. I'll get this, which means you're in charge of flowers.
Okay, deal.
This Mother's Day, save up to 50% on timeless gifts for Mom. Shop at a store near you or at Hellsburg.com.
All right, fellas, Mark Schlereth here for some real talk. If you're over 50, there's a good chance you're dealing with an enlarged prostate. Getting up at night, weak stream, all of it. Here's good news. You can get a procedure called PAE, prostate artery embolization. That's a minimally invasive procedure that's done through a tiny pinhole and you're home the same day. Colorado Advanced Endovascular in Lakewood has top-tier interventional radiologists and a boutique setting with personalized care you won't find anywhere else. Visit coloradoae.com to schedule a consultation. That's coloradoae.com.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more. Getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Cecil Lammy here from my friends at Champ Honda. I've got to tell you about Champ Honda. If you're looking for an SUV that can handle Colorado, check out the Honda Passport. It's rugged, capable, and perfect for everything from your daily drive to weekend getaways. And right now, Champ Honda has the largest inventory since COVID, so you've got more options than ever, and I love this. Champ Honda does things differently. Their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy means a fair price up front and way less time at the dealership. They never charge dealer handling fees.
The Tree Farm's early spring tree and shrub sale, now through Mother's Day. Get 3-year-old trees, easy to haul, carry out sizes, including 7 to 8 foot tall autumn blaze maple, now only $139.99. 8 to 10 foot tall sunburst honey locust trees are now only $139.99, and 6 to 8 foot Honeycrisp apple trees now only $139.99.
You
Come
take
see.
I-25 to exit 235, then 5 miles west to the Tree Farm.
Waking up drained? Mattress Firm sleep experts will help you find the right bed for deeper rest at the Memorial Day sale. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Here comes McKinnon, racing down the right wing side, drops an inch in the slot, backhander, score! McKinnon drops, Natchez carries, roofs it on the back. Natchez with room, down to the goal line, and front, score! The free throw handles off to Boldy in the slot, wrist shot deflected in front, never got through to Wedgwood, kept onside with the glove thrown on net again by Boldy, digging for it, Hartman doing the splits is Wedgwood. That shot by Wallace, backhand to forehand, the quick release by Nick Audrey on the flank. Down to the goal line once again. Landeskog. See if he heads back to the bumper. There's the one-timer. McKinnon on the power play. The Avalanche strike again and extend their lead.
Good tune. That describes it. Taking care of business. The Avalanche, it wasn't the fireworks that we saw in Game 1. It was a much more methodical, disciplined, defense-first type approach. They promised that. They vowed that they would do that. They had the film session after Game 1, and maybe at times offensively it didn't look as smooth as you would have liked to have, but the combination, guys, of them digging in a little bit more defensively, trying to be more disciplined, knowing that they were getting the goaltending from Wedgwood that Minnesota was not getting from Gustafsson, put it all together. I thought it was a very I don't want to say dominant, but man, that was just a solid wire-to-wire victory.
You know, one of the things that's interesting there, the Natchez goal, like you talk about it, like defensively, let's tighten up our defense and just understand that our offense and our skill is going to take over at times. And that little game of keep away that McKinnon and Natchez played down the right side boards, little game of keep away, then the give and go, and then the next thing you know, Natchez is back, putting in the backhander. It was just a thing of beauty, and it does go to show you, listen, we know we're going to get our offensive opportunities because we are that skilled, we are that good, we are that athletic. If we pay attention to the defensive side of the defensive side of the ice, it will lead to some offensive opportunities. And you saw that play out last night. It was unbelievable. And then Wedgie was just phenomenal last night.
Yeah, Wedgwood was awesome. They gave up the early one that tied it up right after that Natchez goal. But just like game one, I mean, that's a great thing about this team. Even when they face adversity, they always respond. And they responded in a big way. They played great. Wedgwood was unbelievable after that first goal. Played lights out. And offensively, you know you're going to get a few of them. And so right now, I mean, Minnesota obviously backs against the wall. They're going to have to find a way to try to get both of those games in Minnesota now with a goalie situation that who knows who they're going to start. And so the Avs are in a really good spot right now.
Let's get the reaction, starting with Gabe Landeskog. What was the difference? What was the improvement from game one?
Well, we knew that wasn't our best. We knew there were areas that we wanted to clean up, so we studied them. And then I thought we did a good job executing them today. To your point, we were disciplined. With the puck, I thought we made good decisions. Without the puck, I thought we were patient, closing down plays fast for the most part, and not allowing them too many scoring chances.
Nathan McKinnon felt like it was a game where everybody found a way to contribute.
You know, the playoffs is so hard to produce, and, you know, I think over the years we've come to realize that you don't have to score a point to help the team out. And, you know, there's a lot of time away from the puck when you don't have it. You know, I think, you know, during the season, you know, you can get a little lazy sometimes, but right now every shift is so important. You know, it might not go perfect, but I just think having the right intent is all you can ask for, you know, yourself and for your teammates, just to have the right intentions out there and put the team first.
It felt to me, guys, that as the game went along, I was watching Minnesota get more and more frustrated as the realization really was driven home about how difficult it's going to be for them to compete with the Avs. Because think about it, in game one, they came out flying high after knocking off Dallas. They were willing to skate with the Avs. They put their skating game on display. They put their talent on display. They scored 6 goals, and they still lost 9-6. And we were talking after game one while Stoke was taking money from old men on the golf course. We were talking about the idea, Stink, that boy, this has got to be a little bit demoralizing for Minnesota because they played their game, and what the biggest takeaway was the Avs have more talent. They have a deeper roster of talent, and what's Minnesota going to do about it? And so then you play game two, both teams say, hey, we can't play the same style that we played in game one. It's not conducive to winning the series or winning a cup. And Minnesota saw the Avs be able to downshift their game a little bit and still be very effective at it. Minnesota tried to downshift their game, and they seemed, well, as Mark Messier put it after the second period, they seem like a team that's caught between styles right now.
Yeah.
And they don't know what to do.
Stuck between two styles. Listen, man, you got to go with the one. You got to go with the one that brought you. You saw what I did there?
Yeah.
You got to go with the style that you've played with all year. It very much like the Kings did. That's the style they play. They try to win that way. They ended up getting swept, but it was a much tighter series through the first 2 games than this series has been. And so I think you just got to go with what you know, what you do well, and hope that your goaltender stands on his head at some point, which doesn't seem to be the case. I just think they're going to be overmatched and overwhelmed again.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a tough spot. You change your goalie up after game one, and the other guy that comes in, you know, better obviously, but still not good enough. And I thought the difference was, you know, we talk about how good Wedgwood was compared to game one when, you know, it wasn't all his fault, but you let some goals go behind you that you shouldn't have. you know, if the Avs want to win this thing, he's going to have to make some big-time plays. He can't just be, the Avs won, you know, despite of Wedgwood. You know, they're not going to be able to go out there and score 9 goals when he has a bad game or they play bad defensively. Well, last night, I mean, hey, Minnesota had some chances. They had some good opportunities, and he made some big-time saves. We can't forget that, and they're going to need some more of that as they move forward where it's like, hey, you know what? They won because of Wedgwood.
Yeah, but again, Wedgwood did what you're supposed to do at this time of the season. If you're a playoff team that has any aspirations to win at all, Wedgwood did what he's supposed to do. And the reason why it stands out so much is because you look on the other side. Again, you go to the broadcasters and PK Subban and Messier, and they're lamenting for the Wild. They're like, their goalie needs to make a save. I mean, they got to get some things going on offense. They got to get some guys back who have been injured. They need their goalies to make a save. Mm-hmm. I mean, they kept coming back to that. Their goalie needs to make a save. So the Avs are getting what you need and expect from their goaltender. Minnesota does not. And for all of us who were correctly saying and giving Jared Bednar the benefit of the doubt the whole time, but saying he really doesn't believe that a goaltender tandem is the way to go throughout the course of the playoffs. Does he? And 6 games in, it's been all Wedgwood. But if you want to see what a goaltender tandem looks like and the pitfalls of it stink, right, look at Minnesota. Yeah. Because, that's the classic line now. We always talk about with quarterbacks, but now it applies for the Wild. When you got 2 goalies, you got none.
Yeah, so we talked about this yesterday a little bit, and that was kind of a big topic of conversation when you were trying to trek back across America and get back into Denver.
Damn Spirit Airlines.
Yeah. And
who could have seen that coming?
No, nobody. Nobody could have seen it coming. But, like, they were talking about, hey, man, is Wedgie after that game, 9-6 victory, but, let some soft goals go in. Is Wedgie on a shorter leash and this, that, and the other? Wedgie solidified himself, right? There is no, like, he can have a bad game or two and still be the guy between the pipes, don't you think?
Ooh, that's, if they would end up losing that game, Mark, game 1, if they'd have lost it 6-5 or something like that, then you give them another one. It's easier to stay with the guy after a win. But I think you're right. I think ultimately this is going to be his net this playoffs. So I think that you just ride with him. He's going to be your guy. Unless it's, terrible, like really, really bad, then, maybe you have to make a move to get a spark. But I don't see that happen, especially the way that he bounced back from game 1 and the way that he played in game 2 and some of those saves he made.
The other thing, too, we know the Avalanche are a juggernaut 5-on-5. It's always been, but what about the power play? Well, now the power play, 3 for 7 in the playoffs. What percentage is that? 3 for 7.
3 for 7?
44.
44%?
I don't know, just guess.
It's close enough. And if you got a power play at 44%.
Probably less than that.
7 goes into 30. How many times?
4 times.
4 times.
So you're in the 40s. Low 40s.
You're in the 40s.
So you're close, Stoke. Not bad.
Okay.
Stokley coming up with that. Great job.
But but if – hey, look.
46%.
Look, if the Avs – we already know they're lethal 5-on-5. We already know they're a great penalty-killing team. They're on a 41 of 45 heater there. If they're going to start clicking on the power play. Now, I don't know how much of this is the Avs figuring things out on the power play and just how bad Minnesota is on the penalty kill. I mean, 54% at one point last night for the penalty kill in the playoffs. That is like beyond awful. So I don't know what exactly is going on there, but geez, guys, if the Avs are also now in the process of figuring out the power play, game over, man. Game over. Game over, man.
43%.
43%. Stoke, just about
what
had
did you say, 44,
Stoke?
44?
Was it like 43.7, 43.7?
It's 42.8.
Oh, all right. Well,
so
nicely done.
Really good job, Stoke.
Nicely done. Nicely
Thank
done.
Yeah.
So
power play looked great.
Yeah,
obviously.
it really
did. And you're right. If they could just keep that going a little bit, but
it's over.
Sometimes you just need a couple of them to get in the back of the net to get that confidence going. Because we pretty much said it all year. They're too talented offensively to have a bad power play.
Yeah, well, I mean, Minnesota's so bad at their penalty kills.
So what is it?
But to Stokes' point, man, I don't care how bad you are at your penalty kill.
Right.
If we start seeing pucks go to the back of the net, we
Mhm.
start creating opportunities for ourselves, you're going to get some confidence out of that.
Two things can be true at the same time, the great Zach By likes to say, and maybe that's the case of what's going on with the Avs and their power play. There you go. Coming up next, are the Nuggets owners more interested in saving money than trying to win another championship? That's next.
The Avalanche, the Wild. Round 2. This is where the real battle begins. Score! Every game gets bigger. Every hit gets harder. Every moment matters more. Our guys are in the locker room. Our shows are locked in on every matchup, every adjustment, and every shift in momentum. On your morning commute, on your lunch break, on your drive home. Our shows have you covered from puck drop to final buzzer and everything in between. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver's playoff headquarters.
Hey guys, the biggest problems with your home are the ones you can't see yet. With windows, the window itself is only part of it. In Colorado, sun, temperature swings, wind expose every single weakness. Even a well-built window can fail if the installation isn't right. The installation determines the actual what actually lasts in the products of your home. And with siding, it's the same thing. What looks bad on the outside is way worse on the inside. With moisture, expansion, contraction in Colorado, it happens faster than people expect. That's why you don't see the problem until it's already a big one. And why I trust Gravina's Window Center of Littleton, because they focus on what actually makes your home hold up long term. They spent over 50 years serving Colorado and the Front Range, and they've seen every kind of Colorado home, every kind of Colorado weather. They know what works here. And right now you get 25% off Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows, 20% off a James Hardy siding, premium products installed the right way the first time, every time. And that's why people actually choose Gravina's Window Center of Littleton, because you know it's going to be done the right way every time. Hey, check them out at windowsforyourhome.com. Remember, 25% off of windows, 20% off of James Hardy siding right now. Windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
Over his Hall of Fame career, Terrell Davis racked up impressive numbers. 65 touchdowns, 2 championships, almost 8,000 rushing.
That's why I bank at Colorado Credit Union.
That's a weird segue.
Colorado Credit Union treats me like a person, not a number.
With personal service, great rates, and smart financial advice.
And those are just 3 great perks.
We can stop with the numbers now.
You don't have to be a legend to bank like one at Colorado Credit Union. Visit ccu.org. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Mother's Day is Sunday, May 10th.
As a mother myself, I'll tell you, she's not going to remind you. She's way too busy being mom.
Which is why we are. Make your Mother's Day unforgettable with a little something truly special from Williams Jewelers.
Prices start at under $500, and we have thousands of fine jewelry choices from names she knows and loves like Marco Biccigo, Paul Morelli, and Goshwara.
How about a beautiful diamond cross or precious sterling or gold locket for mom?
A Monica Rich Kozan locket with the kids' pictures inside will become a family heirloom she'll cherish for life. We promise.
This Mother's Day, come home to family.
Come home to Denver's first family of fine jewelers, Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. In Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue, and right now online at williamsdiamonds.com.
Women go through many changes in their lives. And we believe each milestone matters. That every new candle represents another step in your story. Our healthcare experts support women at every stage of life. Because each chapter deserves to be celebrated. Women's health. Nurture what's next. Find care near you at mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
When production shifts, your workforce has to keep up. Express Employment Professionals is your best resource for hiring. Find your local team at expresspros.com and hire differently.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Joseph just, like, seeing the songs that are in our rotation, just saying, nah.
Yeah, they went with Men Without Hats, and I love it.
Stoke, we're getting a lot of requests for a encore presentation of Cody. You had Cody on the Denver Sports YouTube channel presented by Sean Honda earlier today, and people either want to see him again or there are many who are like lamenting the fact that they did not see him and would like to see Cody.
Ooh.
So is there a chance that between now and 10 o'clock that we can get one more appearance from Cody?
Middle of the hour?
Next segment, I was just upstairs playing catch with Cody. Cody and I right now, after the break that we had, that separation, we are tight. So we can do it. We can do it at 9:30.
I like it.
You know, it'd be great. If
Reunited and feel so good.
If you get Cody a little golf outfit and then take him with you to the next time you golf, like.
You know what? I was playing golf with a guy, and he does that with his dog,
Uh-huh.
and I was so jealous. Not on a leash or anything. The dog just listens and stays, and then the dog walks with them. It's like, that's the coolest thing ever. I'm so jealous.
Have one of them, little belt, some shorts, for Cody.
Oh, yeah.
Golf shirt.
Oh, he'd be dialed in.
Maybe one of them.
Little golf, like
Kanga hats.
Kanga hats, yeah.
One of them things. Oh,
like
man.
Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
But on Cody.
And then you would put your viewfinder. He'd carry the viewfinder for you.
like a Saint Bernard with the rum around its neck. Yeah.
Cody, viewfinder. Let me see what this is. 168, huh? Okay.
All right. Give me my pitching wedge.
Yeah.
See what I did there for you, Stoke?
Yeah, I see.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Ryan Blackburn, who covers the Nuggets, does a great job for Mile High Sports Report. He wrote something that grabbed my attention, and I think it is a storyline that we need to follow when it comes to these anticipated Nuggets moves this offseason. It's not going to be just a Sean Payton run it back, it sounds like. He writes, it was an open secret at the 2026 NBA trade deadline that the first priority for the Denver Nuggets organization was to duck the luxury tax. After putting together an impressive offseason, or at least what many thought would be an impressive offseason at the time, the Nuggets had 14 players on the roster and were expected to compete for a championship. There was opportunity to add more depth to the roster in the form of a trade, but that wasn't their biggest priority. He goes on to say the biggest priority is after a few years, and give him credit for this, after a few years of being one of the select teams in the NBA that spent beyond the first apron and even flirted with the dreaded second apron, that the Cronkies don't want to do that anymore. So much so that if there is a priority to keep Peyton Watson, it's not just pay Peyton Watson, go over the luxury tax, and keep everybody else. It is with the idea that if you're going to keep somebody, somebody needs to go, and that's the equation that has to be followed to avoid spending that extra money on the luxury tax. Do you guys get that sense? And I'll start with you, Stink. Do you get that sense that the Cronkies would like to win a championship again, but only if it works financially? That it's not going to be, hey, we are so gung-ho for a championship, damn the cost, damn the first and second apron, we're going for it.
But I don't think that's just endemic to the Nuggets. I think that's a big part of the NBA in general. Most everybody wants to avoid it. And Stokley brought up the best point, and I got to give him all the credit in the world. Like, you're not one Peyton Watson away from winning a championship. Like, I understand. Hey, man, I'd love to get rid of a couple of our players if we could bring in some toughness and athleticism. And then if that's the case and you get a couple of guys that you think, hey, man, this gives us a legitimate opportunity to be a world championship organization, because I think we're close because we've got Joker and we've got Murray, but then we'll flirt with that. But to Stokes' point, man, we're not a re-signing of Peyton Watson away from winning a championship based upon what we saw with the Minnesota and then what we're seeing right now with the Thunder.
Yeah, I wouldn't go into. I mean, you talk about the second apron. You get penalized big time. if you go into the second.
Beyond just the luxury tax that you pay, correct?
Right, yes, not just money. It's all these other things that get taken away from you when you look at birds' rights and all these
mid-level
different things
exemptions and
yes,
your draft
all these
picks.
things. So you're not going to see a lot of teams go to the second apron, and if they do, it's probably only it's a very short period of time. No, I like this roster. I like the way that it's constructed. I thought it was their best roster that they had in a long, long time, probably better than when they won the championship. But I don't think it's about just signing Payton Watson and just, hey, let's go into whatever apron. I don't think that's the case. And if I was ownership group, I wouldn't just do that and say, okay, let's run it back. There's other moves that need to be made. I don't think this is a team that has to be in the second apron to win a championship. I think the main mistake here maybe is the guy driving the bus, not what apron you go into. And I'm not concerned about the Rockies. Are they willing to spend? I mean, they've shown willingness to spend. I mean, so I think that narrative isn't fair. You've seen the teams that they constructed here, especially with the Avs and the Nuggets, and so they have spent and they put together some really good basketball teams. I don't know if Adelman's the right coach here. I think that's the biggest issue, not whether, hey, do we go on the second apron or the first apron? What are we going to do about that? Because obviously moves need to be made, especially if they're going to keep Adelman.
All right. To have this conversation, let's make it as simple as this. Do you guys think a core of Jokic, Murray, Gordon, Cam Johnson, Christian Brown, and Peyton Watson, when healthy, do you think that's a championship core? Do you think that's a group that can still win a championship?
Yes!
Based on what you just have seen the last couple of years.
I don't.
Okay. Stoke, do you?
Well, see, here's the problem with what you said. You said, if healthy. They're never healthy. That's the biggest problem. You can't just tell me if healthy. Aaron Gordon hasn't been healthy in the playoffs in the last 2 years. So now he's played some games, but when it matters the most, he's been getting injured.
Okay, then you just answered your question. Then you say no. It sounds like Stink says it for reasons based on
health and health and athleticism, and they need some. There needs to be a intangible portion of this equation, like the toughness portion of this equation needs to be addressed, and the athleticism. I think when you look at San Antonio, you look at Minnesota, and you look at the Thunder, man, you can see they get overwhelmed athletically.
So you guys both gave up really good reasons. Athleticism. One of your greatest abilities is your availability. And if you have questions, Stoke, about their ability to stay healthy, then that's a absolute major factor that you have to consider moving forward. So for both of your reasons, then this is a core that needs to be broken up, and you're making basketball moves, not necessarily financial moves. And if they happen to bring back Peyton Watson and move on from Aaron Gordon, then it sounds like the two of you think that would be more of a basketball-motivated move than just strictly a financial one.
I would agree, yes.
Then if
basketball move.
You too, Stoke?
Well, yeah, I think it's basketball, but I think you're always looking at the bottom line. I mean, the penalties are so huge that you're just not – I think they work – they always are going to work together. And when you have the penalties that are levied – when you get outside of certain, luxury tax areas, aprons, whether it be baseball or basketball, those are always in the conversation. It's not always just basketball moves, but yeah, ultimately, I think with this team, it's basketball driven.
Yes, but if you think that you have a really, really good chance of winning a championship, it's got to be cost be damned. It's got to be. It has to be.
What's the number? You said $200 million. Again, did you just make
that
up?
I'm reading from Ryan Blackburn's report that if you start looking at, I'm not going to get into all. I mean, you talk about getting into the weeds and repeater taxes and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, basically you're talking about putting yourself in a position where, let's say, on top of a $240 million salary cap number, you'd be on the hook for over $207 million in luxury tax penalties.
No, I mean, you come on. Any smart business person not think about that? I mean, I don't care how much money you have. That's insane, Mike. That's $200-something million. Don't we understand? I don't care
it's
how
an NBA
much money you
championship.
have.
It's an NBA championship.
I don't. But it doesn't guarantee you an NBA championship.
No, but if you have a
legitimate
chance to do it, if you are willing to spend the money, then cost be damned. Come on,
still
man.
You still
what
have
are we
a
here
great
for?
chance to do it. You still have a great
no,
chance
I know,
to
but
do
my,
it and not pay
but,
$200 million.
But my point is that if
crazy.
if that's the cost of winning a championship, you got to be willing to go for it. You can't all of a sudden just dip your toe in the water, get ready to dive in and go, ooh, that looks a little cold to me. I'm going to back off and end up not winning a championship.
You got to ask yourself what's out there that's going to guarantee you or come close to guaranteeing you a championship. Like, what are you going to spend that money on? The Rockies forever spent money, right? Their organization at times just didn't do some of the right things. It's not only spending money, but it's making sure you've got the right pieces to the puzzle.
But if you think you are that close, hey, cost be damned. I know it's not my money, but when you got an empire like the Cronkies do, really, $207 million. Come on, man.
Crazy.
Drop in the bucket. Shouldn't stop you from trying to win a championship. Cody makes a encore presentation.
I'm nervous.
Debut. Not a debut, just a return. Next.
The Nuggets need a fresh spark. So why bring back David Edelman? After another postseason full of issues, confusing rotations, and tough questions, Denver doubles down on its original mistake. Is this loyalty or lack of imagination? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Listen up. Sunday is Mother's Day. You need a gift, a special something, luxurious yet affordable. I know restaurants, flowers, very popular, chocolates, all that kind of stuff. But hey, tell me she wouldn't enjoy a few hours of stress-free, just pampering. All the things she does for the family, all the things she does for you. This is the perfect time to get her a few hours of rest and relaxation from my guys at Beau Visage Skincare and Spa. They specialize in wonderful services like European facials, great relaxing massages, and all kinds of other great, just great services. Guys, I've been there to Beau Visage myself. I can promise you, first class all the way. She's absolutely going to love it. They do just an unbelievable job, a terrific job at very competitive prices. So, for more details, all you have to do is pick up the phone and call them at 303-779-5002 or online at bvspa.com. I'm telling you, she's going to love it, guys. So this Mother's Day, get away from the candies and the flowers and all those things, or you can give her those too, but give her the gift of rest and relaxation, the gift of pampering she deserves. Give a call to my friends at Beau Visage Skincare and Spa, 303-779-5002 or online at bvspa.com.
Wait! Before you change the station, listen to this.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll also get a vacation voucher and a tax deduction.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Lowest rate for life. It's our trademarked and most innovative product in the entire mortgage industry. Lock in your savings today, and if rates fall in the future, even as little as 0.5%, we will redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee. Always have the best rate and maximize your savings. It's only at U.S. Mortgages, and our number says it all. 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors, your siding, windows, decking, and roofing specialist. During the month of May, 5280 Exteriors are offering you $1,000 off a new project. They also offer finance plans that come with no payments for 2 years. 5280 Exteriors is a locally owned company that has been in business for 20 years and knows the Colorado climate. They are a 2024 and 2025 James Hardy President's Club winner. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Growing a business is hard enough.
Figuring out where to advertise shouldn't be a thing that holds you back. Your customers are listening to this station. Heck, you are. They're streaming Denver's biggest games on their TVs. They're tuned into the podcasts everyone's talking about. We help you show up in all three with one plan, one team, and results you can actually see. We've helped businesses like yours grow for years. Let us show you how. Visit DenverSports.com and click Advertise with Us.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by TradeGen Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors.
One real Broncos talk. Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Oh, this is good. This is perfect. This sets the mood.
Yeah, this is. Wait a minute. Let me get back onto the YouTube screen.
Because while we were not initially happy that Stoke tapped out of coming in today and instead decided to broadcast from the basement this morning atop Mount Crumpet, initially we weren't happy until we realized that this meant we'd be able to see Cody.
Yeah. Kind of an informal introduction to. Oh, look at the Codester. Look at the Codester.
Oh, hopefully you're watching on our Denver Sports YouTube channel presented by Sean Honda, because look at Cody. And Stokes holding him up just like Simba.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Cody, all that you see.
He just got a treat, too.
Oh, yeah.
Cody gets a treat. Oh, yeah. Cody.
So it was a great debut, and people wanted to see more of Cody. There were some who were very upset they missed out on Cody. So if you're watching right now, it's so funny. I'm just looking at the number of people streaming. It just jumped up by like 200 people. It's so funny. They want to see Cody. Look at Cody. I have to admit, I did not picture Cody that way.
It's exactly how I pictured Cody. It's exactly what I thought Cody would look like. Oh, look at that. Look at the balance Cody has. The athleticism.
The reach.
He's kind of standing on Stokes' knee, reaching up to get a treat. Oh, what a good dog.
He does not look like a killer.
No.
Stoke. He
looks can be deceiving.
He
fellas.
looks like a very, very friendly, docile dog.
That's right. That's because
he'll turn on you quickly. That's the thing about Cody. You know, he loves you up, and he's great. You know, most of the time, but he will turn on you in a second. So you gotta always don't turn your back on Cody.
No,
and don't piss off Cody.
Mm-mm.
So
there's an edge there, huh?
Yeah, there's.
Yeah. It's definitely he's a baby-faced assassin.
Yeah, but small dogs have that in them. You know, where they feel like sometimes they got to show their. Yeah, they got a little Napoleon complex.
Yeah. Oh, you guys look tight right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that is man's best friend right there on display. We're all watching.
Cody must go. Time for Cody to go.
Okay. Bye, Cody.
See you, Code.
Where's Cody's mom? Uh-oh.
Oh, where's Mama's son?
Uh-oh.
Mama,
Hold on.
Mama,
go ahead. Start talking sports.
Mama's liking the freedom from Cody.
Right.
You've been gone for 8 days. Why don't you spend some time with your dog? Hey, it was a cool scene after the Avs game last night. I wanted to share this with you because you know how it works. After a playoff game, they have the big media press room, and they bring out a couple of players. And what the Avs like to do is they like to, put two guys up there at the same time, kind of go back and forth. And they had Gabe Landeskog and they had Nathan McKinnon up there together. And there was a question asked. Mark Kisler of the Denver Gazette did a nice job. He goes, look, I'm going to ask both of you guys now to say nice things about each other. And especially Nate was like, oh, boy. He was like, this is not what I want to do. But, okay. And so, not because he doesn't like Gabe, but just because, that's not necessarily Nate's thing. But he really leaned into it, McKinnon did, in talking about having Gabe back. But it was Gabe first that talked nice about what it's like to play with Nathan McKinnon.
He just wants to impact the game every time he steps on the ice. I think that's what it comes down to. And knowing Nate, he doesn't come home and count the points he had or do any of that. Like, that's not what he bases his performance off of. It's how he impacted the game on both sides of the puck. The offensive production is a byproduct of that. He prepares the right way, he has the right mindset, and goes out and wants to be an impact every time he steps on the ice.
I mean, listen to Gabe speaking English. It just blows me away how fluent he is in Swedish.
Yeah.
So then it was McKinnon's turn, and listen for the little funny comment from Gabe at the end of this one.
It's just a void you can't fill. We waited a long time for him to come back, and it was worth the wait. I think every month he got better this season. It's a lot of time to come back from, and I think obviously as a person, just a human, awesome to have around. And
that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That wasn't even fake media laugh. That was a genuine media laugh there.
Yeah,
that's enough.
McKinnon does feel he's uncomfortable.
But we saw it after they won the cup. He just all of a sudden was like, "Oh my God, look at!" It was like Bedsy, it was like hearing a different side of Bedsy. That was all like, "Oh, you got it, Joseph. Let me hear it. Let me hear it."
They gave me my first chance.
Oh my God, that's the best. But McKinnon was just like all smiles and just chopping it up, and you couldn't shut him up. And it's like, wow, okay, all right, thanks for showing us the other side. That was awesome.
Yeah,
so
I love him.
Yeah, so hey, they are in a good spot right now, guys. Talk about everybody is engaged, everybody is confident, everybody knows their role. Guys are just absolutely willing to do all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score. I mean, it is just a team that, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I don't want the jinxie cat, and I'll be sure to play it. Hey, there's only 2 games in.
Jinxie, no!
Series doesn't really officially start until the home team loses. All right, I got all the sports cliches out, but boy, they look formidable right now. They look really formidable. And if the idea was that whoever they played in round 2 from their division, that would be sort of the unofficial Western Conference Finals, well, if that's true, then they're cruising to the Stanley Cup Finals.
That should be the case, obviously, if you take care of business here. I mean, that's what everyone thought was, hey, the West is going to be won in the second round with whoever the Avs play. But, Mark, we got to realize that it was just over a year ago where we didn't even know if Gabe was going to be playing in the playoffs or not, or if he would ever still be playing again, right? And now this guy's back, and he's making a huge impact. What a success story. What a great season he's had. You could tell the impact, not only, what he does on the ice, but just being in that locker room. So just remarkable that he's playing at the level that he's playing at with missing the time that he's missed. And just thinking back to a year ago where we were talking about, is he ever going to even play again?
That's why it was so out of character when Mike attacked him.
Oh, jeez.
It was so out of character.
Come up with some new material,
because,
will you?
It's still funny.
You and
it's
I,
really funny.
You and I,
no, it's not.
Really
you and I were like, hey, man, this guy, all he's come back from and everything else, we just got to give him time. He's playing great. He's got that role. He's coming in. And Mike was just like
massive, underachieving,
just a
disappointment.
vicious attack.
Again, I would like to have that comment back. Okay? Much like I know you'd like to have this back.
I'm actually going to go with the Chargers.
Okay, so we in this business sometimes your mouth gets ahead of your brain. But if you do just look at the facts, look at what he was doing before I said what I said, and look what he's done since. It is night and day. So I being the humble person I am, I'm not going to take credit for it. I don't need to be mentioned. I don't need a shout out at the parade. I don't need to be on one of the fire trucks.
The bumper with the big dumper.
I wouldn't mind. It doesn't have to be opening night because I don't want to take away from the players. They're raising the banner. But, maybe sometime within the first 10, 15 games of the season, a video tribute. You know how I love video tribute. So that's all. That's all.
That's all you're asking for.
That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think that's unreasonable.
But if you look at the before and after, it is significant.
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 What you were able to accomplish on behalf of Nuggets Nation. Avalanche Nation.
Yes.
Do the Avalanche have like a do they have like, we got Broncos country, is it Avalanche? Do they have a Avs Nation or?
Go Avs go.
What's that?
Go Avs go.
Go Avs go?
Go Avs go.
All right.
But you got to have a nation or a country, don't you?
Yeah.
No?
You're a nation or a country?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually you
What
have,
did Elway mistakenly call it? He called it Broncos Nation. Wasn't it him? Yeah, he called
Broncos
it Broncos
Land.
Or Bronco Land. Welcome to Bronco Land.
Yeah,
Bronco
that's
Land.
right. Bronco Land.
Probably would have been better off with Nation even.
Yeah.
So, welcome to Bronco Land.
It's Broncos country. We get some of that.
Oh, yeah. People got mad at John.
I know.
At John.
I know.
Who gets mad at John? Nobody gets mad at John.
No.
Well,
This is Bronco Land.
John gets mad at Stink, but,
Well,
we don't talk about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that get mad at Stink. But sometimes the truth is painful.
Yeah, but that's why you
I'm
spend.
actually going to go with the Chargers.
That's why you spend 4 hours and it all gets left on the cutting room floor. So just be careful.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, two can play this game there, funny boy.
All right. I see what you did.
Coming up, let's talk a little Broncos because listen, I'm all for the enthusiasm of the offseason, but are we getting a little bit carried away with Mr. Irrelevant? That's next.
The Colorado Avalanche put on a clinic, controlling every inch of the ice from start to finish. Speed, precision, relentless pressure define their game as they powered past the Wild with authority. 5 goals, terrific goaltending, and a defense that refused to bend. That was dominance in every sense. The Avalanche skate away with a decisive 5-2 victory, and just like that, they seize a commanding 2-0 series lead. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, Denver's playoff headquarters.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here for my friends at Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. The biggest problems with your home are the ones you can't see. With windows, the window itself is only part of it. In Colorado, sun, temperature swings, wind expose every weakness. Even a well-built window can fail if the installation isn't right. The installation determines what actually lasts and protects your home. And with siding, by the time it looks bad on the outside, the real damage is already underneath. Moisture, expansion, contraction. In Colorado, that happens faster than most people expect. You don't see the problem until it's already a big one. That's why I trust Gravina's Window Center of Littleton, because they focused on what actually makes your home hold up long term. They spent over 50 years in Denver, Colorado, and the Front Range doing it right the first time. Every time, and they've seen the weather. They know how it affects you, and they're right there on the job doing it right. Right now, you can save 25% on Infinity by Marvin windows, 20% off at James Hardy siding, premium products installed the right way by people who actually understand Colorado and the climate. So, for more information, head on over to windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Got any markdowns on brakes?
We mark Duralast brake pads down to free.
Free Duralast brake pads?
When you buy 2 rotors.
Can I get Duralast Gold pads for free?
With 2 Duralast Gold rotors, and there's a lifetime warranty on brake pads.
That's a huge markdown for so many miles.
Save on brakes and more during Markdowns for Miles at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 16th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 16th. We'll see you there.
What is happening? Stoke here for my friends at Roller Auction, a leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years, and I'm telling you what a week it's been, but got a great auction that will be ending tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. Best part about Roller Auction is you're going to get some great deals on great items. Ending at 9 o'clock tomorrow with over 210 items in it. Got a Larkspur outlet auction that will be going down. They got pole barn kits. You ought to see these nice red pole barn kits looking like Mike Evans painted them. Got loafing sheds, chicken coop, wood cabinets, outdoor bar pergola, raised garden beds, lumber, threading machines, cabinet sets. Got so much more in that one. I'm telling you, this is an unbelievable auction that will be ending at 9 o'clock tomorrow. This is what I love about Roller Auction is they're always updating and adding new auctions every single week. So go see it all and get yourself one of those great deals only at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
We're all at risk when you don't give space to vehicles on the side of the road. Move over or slow down. Put yourself in their shoes. This could be you someday. Brought to you by the Colorado State Patrol.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies.
We the Fan presents Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
And we're back! Dude, remember the Jimmy Fallon character? He did a DJ. And we're back!
Yeah, no, I don't.
Come in cold there. That's all right. Apparently, I was right to express some confusion about, is it Avs country, Avs
right.
nation?
Right.
And here's the justification, because in the short time since I brought that up, I've had 6 different texts and mentions on the Denver Sports YouTube channel presented by Sean Honda about what an idiot I am and how it's called this. So literally, back-to-back-to-back texts. Evans, you dummy, it's Avs faithful. Basically followed by, Evans, you dummy, it's Avs territory. Basically followed by, Evans, you dummy, it's Avs patrol.
So what is it?
So what is it?
Avs patrol.
No, it's
None
not
of the
that.
above.
No.
Those are all.
Yeah.
So
Avs faithful?
Avs faithful
No.
is the one I've heard the most.
But that's not like.
But that's not like tried and
that's
true
not
like
like
all
a
of them.
territory. That's not like a.
That's the other one I heard. It's Avs territory, Avs patrol, Avs nation, Avs faithful. Literally, that's what I heard. So do we have a? Is there a consensus out there? Because I want to make sure we do it right, but it seems like there
Avs land.
It seems like there's a lot of different opinions out there about what it is. So there you go. Hey guys, the Broncos have started signing their draft picks, and they're working backwards. 7th round pick, Mr. Irrelevant, Red Murdoch.
Love
and
the
from
name.
the moment he was drafted, whether it's because he's got a cool kick-ass name like Red Murdoch, I mean, you want to talk about a linebacker that I know plays downhill. That's Red Murdoch.
Yeah.
And George Payton, when asked about, was like, this guy's like a tackling machine. And I mean, you talk about that guy from Texas Tech that forces fumble. This guy's ridiculous, like an NCAA record for most forced fumbles. So it seems like everyone's like really on board with the idea that they got themselves an absolute steal. But correct me if I'm wrong, he did go 257th in the draft.
Yeah.
So what is fact or what's fiction here, Stink?
I think when you look at him on film, like it's the measurables that didn't measure out right. He's a 4.85 or whatever he is, 40 guy. It's those things that don't measure well. So then you slip down in the draft. But when you put him on tape, you want to talk about a downhill linebacker. What do I know about a downhill linebacker? Well, I've played against a few of them. That dude is like his ability to read and react. his reaction time, his response time, and then his ability just to stop people in their tracks. And he'll hold up a dude, he'll hit a dude, hold him up, and then punch at the football and get it out. It was remarkable watching him on film. So I understand why there's excitement, not just about the name Red Murdoch, but just about what you see on tape. And so what, he doesn't run as fast as some of the other guys, and he's not as athletically gifted, and measurable size-wise. Man, this guy is just a football player. That's what I saw on film, Stoke.
And what school did he go to?
Buffalo,
yeah. So I think that's another thing that kind of probably hurt him a little bit. Went to a smaller school. Some of the numbers aren't what you want.
You know who else went to Buffalo, Stoke? You guys have any idea who went to Buffalo?
Mac.
Mac?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying just because you went to a small school you can't be good, but you went to a smaller school, plus your numbers aren't what maybe some teams want to see at the inside linebacker position. And so, hey, I mean, the guy that we're trying to replace around here for the last 10+ years, Danny Trevathan, he wasn't a high draft pick. So you never know. Hopefully this guy can fill a void there, be a good special teams player early, and find a role on this football team. So, but there's a lot of people that are excited about his potential. But again, like you said, Evans, I mean, he was the last pick in the draft. So.
But there is, and George Payton especially has, I think, earned maybe the benefit of the doubt that when he comes out and talks about a 7th-round pick, you listen to the guy, because Jonathan Cooper, 7th round, 239th overall. Look at the player he's turned out to be. You can look at some of the other picks. Matt Henningsen, who's been a depth guy. He's an NFL player. He was taken in the 6th round. You keep going. You got Alex Forsythe, last seen, on his back like a turtle after being run over.
You're trying to pump
his
up
feet
Alex Forsythe, and then you're going to take a shot
No,
at him.
I'm not. Because
that was 2 years ago.
You're right. Yeah. Put some respect on
Let
his
it
name.
go.
He's an
Move
NFL
on.
player, 7th-round pick. And then let us never forget, his ceiling is established, Devon Vele was a 7th-round pick.
It's literally impossible.
So put some respect on those 7th-round picks that are
and
selected by George Payton.
What did we get for him? We got a 4th-rounder for Vele.
It's impossible.
No, we did.
No, we did.
We
did, Zach.
Got a 4th-rounder for a 7th-rounder.
Why?
Well, because they did a good job of taking a 7th-rounder who's not supposed to be in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Developing him. Giving him an opportunity.
Don't worry.
I'm not worried. They got value.
By the way, have you ever been into a Murdoch's? Those are great.
They
stores.
are fun.
Stoke, you ever gone into a Murdoch's? Not highfalutin enough, huh?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I go in there and all of a sudden I feel like
I see a Murdoch's.
I'm ready to work. I'm ready to work on the
the
Yellowstone after I walk in there. I want to work at the Yellowstone after.
You need cowboy boots. You need a pair of Wranglers, a cowboy hat, or any kind of horse equipment or yard. That's a great place to start.
Mm-hmm.
Murdoch's.
On the RamosLaw.com text line, Brett listening in Lawrence, Kansas. I literally pulled over so I could switch to video streaming so I could see Cody.
Yeah, Cody performed better his second opportunity today than he did
I
his
thought he
first
was great both
opportunity
times. I
today.
thought he was great.
He was a little less. I agree with you, Stoke. He's a little less camera shy in the
Yes.
second time. Yeah.
I
Plus,
figured-
you had more treats.
Yes, I figured
The
this time
treats were key.
I'm going to get some treats for him. He'll actually, sit down for a second and relax. And so I thought the second performance for Cody was really good. The first performance, he was a little bit off, a little bit nervous, a little bit camera shy, but he really bounced back that second time.
Yeah, I agree. I thought he was great.
Wasn't a big fan of you missing the show today, but you know what? It was all worth it.
Yeah.
Cody
I think
made
the
it.
people agree.
Cody made it work. Yep. This was
Okay.
Cody's day. This was Cody's coming out party, and Cody starred.
I'm questionable tomorrow, fellas, because it's supposed to ice over. It's
Oh,
supposed to ice
jeez.
over. It's going to ice. What? Ice over? It's going to be cold tonight. Freezing.
This-
Ice. Black ice.
Stoke, I've heard rumors that they might put a nameplate in this spot that
Oh.
says Schlereth.
Oh. So I need to get
he
back.
has definitely gotten comfortable.
Yeah, I've gotten very, very comfortable. Yeah, you can see the TV over here, so you can see what's going on, in the world of sports. You can't see it. It's behind my back.
Yep. I'll be back tomorrow.
Well, we missed you, but we're glad we have you in any form we can. So thank you very much. Welcome back. Great job, everybody. Great day. Enjoy the talk all day about the Avs up 2-0. And where this series goes from here, we'll hand it over to Dover and Cecil. They're next.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Denver has made Military Appreciation Month, and here's something you may not know. Trajan Wealth is a veteran-led company. Hey, Brandon Stokley here. Just as our heroes safeguarded our freedoms, Trajan Wealth's family office is committed to safeguarding your financial future with that same integrity. The fiduciary advisors at Trajan Wealth work as a true team, collaborating with you to fine-tune your investments and weather any market shift. And they take the time to understand what matters most to you. Your retirement visit, your tax strategy, your estate plan, and they bring it all together in one coordinated approach. That's what I love about my friends at Trajan Wealth. They understand that your situation is different from the next guy, and everyone has different goals and different needs, and they're going to come up with that game plan specifically designed for you and your family. No two retirements look the same, and your plan shouldn't either. Learn more at TrajanWealth.com, or you can give them a call at 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1. They have offices in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. Give them a call. 1-855-555-TRAJAN-1. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC Registered Investment Advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids will grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you'll actually won't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issue before you even notice them. It's like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats, all with our best equipment and no annual contracts, no fees, and no strings attached. So even though your kids will grow up, your internet stays sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. 5 years, same price. Lock in reliable fiber-powered gig Wi-Fi for effortless streaming. Plus, get Disney, Hulu Bundle, Peacock Premium included on us. To get started, call, visit Xfinity.com, or drop into an Xfinity store. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Peacock Premium included for 3 years. Programming subject to change in availability. Actual speeds may vary. Xfinity Internet is powered by fiber and connected to the premises by coaxial cable.
Spring is the perfect time to get your AC tune-up before the heat arrives. 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning offers tune-ups, repairs, and replacements 24/7. Book at onehouraircolorado.com.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents Dover and Cecil.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Here comes McKinnon, racing down the right wing side, drops the Natchez in the slot, backhander, score! McKinnon drops, Natchez carries, roofs it on the backhand, 1-0, Colorado. Down to the goal line, in front, score! Oh, what a pass by McKinnon, the captain to finish. Landeskog makes it 2-1. Nice shot by Wallace, backhand to forehand. There's the one-timer, McKinnon on basket, will lob it out. It heads towards the